Starting us off right, that was Tasca's pick with Want You Back by Aerochord. Next up is a pick of our own to fit the vibe. Here's Nigel Good with Cliché Love Song. And stick around because our first B2B track is coming up next.
Too precious to forget, too hard to carry by heart. There's a distant memory slowly drifting apart. I can't be forced to make the call. Rejection's gonna make me fall too steep. But I plan to show up at your door, pour my heart all over the floor. 'Cause I did you wrong. Yes, I did you wrong. guess I did you wrong. Do you think you can forgive a broken man's mistake? That selfish guy is gone and no transition remade. I can't promise a fairy tale. Sometimes we are gonna fail, that's true. Now we've ended up in a cliche, and this cheesy love song will repay my bad.
What is up, everyone? We're back. It's a whole new week, which means a whole bunch of more CSL games. How are you tonight, Carlton? How are you?
Ricky, I was doing fantastic, and now I'm casting a game of Dota with you, so I could not be better. How are you doing?
I'm very excited, man. It's been a long day at work, but you know what? Now the real fun begins. We got some really exciting Dota tonight.
Yes, we always have really exciting Dota with these really exciting casters. It has been a long day for me as well, but this is the rest and relaxation and collegiate combat I need before bed.
So nice, so nice. So, what do we got tonight? I hear we have two pretty impressive
Canadian
teams,
team.
right? Two
very impressive teams. Well, every team in the Winter Invitational is very impressive, but tonight, Ricky, let me tell you, we are looking at, from the true north, strong and free, we have the University of Toronto, currently ranked 10th in the power rankings, versus one of the silliest and most fun teams. Let me make sure I get it right here, because I'm going to trip over my words. We have the University of California, Santa Cruz, slithery, slimy, sexy slugs.
You got it. The
Who are
S4s,
ranked
man.
Third.
They're
Slithery,
good.
slimy, and sexy. Ranked third.
They're pretty good, man. They went undefeated in their bracket in the last
Yep, 7-0.
in fall, and they were the only team to actually beat out the team from their bracket. So it's San Diego, I believe.
And then Toronto, on the other hand, is the lower seed. They play second in the North bracket, the Canada bracket, behind Carleton, who Carleton's actually already been knocked out.
Yeah, they had a rough first
round. They got kind of smashed.
Good teams. Every team in here is good. Like whether or not a team comes in first or second
Right?
seed, I don't think matters.
Do we want to make the thing? So here's what I'm going to say. Predicting this bracket is something I've already had to do, and we have to do every night. And it's impossible, man. These teams are good. So is saying that, let's try and predict the bracket. Or predict this match.
Oh, gosh.
We got the undefeated, slithery, slimy, sexy slugs. Didn't see how smooth that was?
Yeah, you're getting better at it.
Versus Toronto. The lower
underdogs.
seed. Oh my god, I'm going Toronto. They're actually named the underdogs.
They are named the underdogs. Yeah.
I'm in. They've put me
Sold.
over.
We're
actually.
good. Yeah. I'm honestly, I think this is going to be a really close game. I think I don't want to say yet, right? I want to see the drafts. I want to see what.
Let's see the draft. Let's see the drafts. Let's see the drafts, and we'll make a prediction. Because right now we're just
grasping for
making
straws,
stuff up.
Like who knows?
Unlike our usual shows where we never make anything up.
Nonsense.
Not scripted, and the points don't matter.
Yep. So we'll be going into the draft here in just a few moments. So before we do, we're going to put you guys on a little. Be right back. Little break. So enjoy that while you can. Oh my god, my ears.
You know what I mean.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Little bass and treble in there for you.
Yeah, it'll be some good stuff. All right, we'll see you in a
guys
moment.
in the game.
This track is by my brother Sanolo. I love how this guy keeps pushing the boundaries and challenges himself by singing on his own records, which adds a whole new level of personality to his music. This is his first song that features his own vocals, but definitely not the last.
All right, so we are here in game number 1. I'm very excited. Looks like we've already got a couple bands going.
Dude,
Earth Spirit.
Spirit.
How do you feel about that?
I want to see it in game 2. That's how I feel about it. First ban Earth Spirit.
That's got to be a
First
respect
ban.
ban, right?
Wait, they banned our heroes, Ricky. Earth Spirit Lich.
Holy God. It's like
Why are they
underdog
banning
since they're
Master
playing against
though?
us.
Right? And no one wants to play against us, so that's the thing. I'll tell you, these are some good teams, but you don't mess with the boys with the mics.
Yeah.
So Lich standard, Panda is. We've been seeing a lot of offlane bans, especially. Or have you, or would you agree with that? I feel like offlane heroes have been getting banned a lot.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot of offlane heroes get banned out. I think we talked about it a little bit. They tend to be like the pacemakers in games. There's a few mid heroes that can help dictate the pace, but I think offlaners right now are kind of what shine, right? That offlane dual lane of like a strong initiator / pushing hero plus like a support who can kind of win trades, and so.
Yeah,
You kind of snowball that lane, and then you kind of just can group up, push, accelerate the game in your favor.
Yeah, and the offlaners are often the heroes that are picking up Vlads, which has seen insane amount of popularity since the armor changes recently.
Yeah, there's a lot
they
of
also
changes.
pick up like a mech or a medallion, and even the casual buckler is actually one of my favorite item pickups right now.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree.
Beastmaster gets banned out. I still want to see the hero, man. I just want to see it. It's been banned every single game in the Winter Invitational so far in the first phase.
We get a Tusk first pick.
I often first pick Tusk in a Dota chess.
Is that what we're watching? Am I wrong? Are we not watching?
That's
Dota
all
chess
anyone's
right
playing these days.
now?
I don't know anything about this hero because he hasn't been added to chess yet.
Yeah, he's not in chess yet. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm not
This
really
is
sure what he does.
nonsense.
So that's the talking from my boy Storm Soldat. That's the hero that wants to be able to zone 2 heroes out in lane, so that the other hero can go solo mode. And that's what Undying does. His like power spike is like level 1, and
Yeah,
probably
very few
level 3
heroes
as well.
have a level 1
Yeah.
power spike. I think Undying's so interesting because you still kind of have the same mechanic where it's like he's similar to Skywrath Mage, whereas you just use all of your mana, all of your health, and then you just go suicide to tower and then come back and do it all
Bring
over
it back
again.
round 2.
And there's not really a counterplay to it. So you kind of do just naturally win the lane that Undying is in, and then once you have that advantage, he just leaves the lane.
Exactly. You pick him for the lane, and then after that, he's a tombstone and he soaks some damage.
Yeah. You hope to find kills in that early stage to kind of make him more relevant in the mid game.
Of course, and he doesn't have a problem finding kills.
I love this. Okay.
Sven has been getting a lot of popularity.
I think
off lane.
Sven is legitimately the best offlaner in the game.
Better than Beastmaster.
I think so. I think Sven is.
Okay, why is that?
You can't trade with him
Because of cleave and because of the armor?
cleave and the shield. He just ignores physical right clicks, right? And then if you come up to the wave, he'll cleave you or he'll just hit you for 80 damage.
Yeah.
This hero, he's so
maxed.
fast. You just build phase boots on him, and you have like 8 armor plus your shield, and you just run at people. You get like a +1, and he's actually so strong.
Now, do you think that his shield? I think his shield kind of falls off in the late game, but he scales well because he has his god strength and he has a stun.
Yeah, and the thing is a lot of offlaners that are good right now, the reason they're good is because they're able to continue farming and buy these items that like enable your team. Sven fills exactly that role. He has an AoE shield. He has cleave innately to farm with, but then you also have the ability to continue farming, building that Vladimir offering. You can get Crimson Guard, Blink Daggers, Pipes. Like, he's a hero that does exactly what you want offlaners to do right now.
And he has a spell to bring to the 5-man, which is the shield,
exactly.
as well as like whatever item he's going to grab. Now, I actually love it. First of all, I agree with what you had to say about Sven. Sven is very potent and very powerful right now. However, I love Tusk for Sven because Sven has issues with like Fissure and Ice Shards and like Cogs, things that limit his movement speed. He wants to be on top of someone. He wants to stay there. Surge also helps. But in lane, if they so choose to put a Darkseer versus Sven, they just completely nullify the Sven's strong laning presence because Darkseer just goes and cuts the creep wave and just ignores them and lets them both free farm.
Yeah, and the shield doesn't actually block magic damage, right? So Sven's shield is actually pretty useless against Darkseer.
Although I do think Sven is going to do more with items than Darkseer will if they do decide to creep cut him.
Yeah, I agree. I think Darkseer...
And Sven has no problem farming under tower.
really quick, let's talk about the bans. They went through those 4 bans pretty quickly. Underdogs
Oracle ban, yeah.
banned out Oracle Huskar, which is interesting. I feel like if you ban the Oracle
and Huskar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you ban one, do you need to ban the other type of thing?
Exactly, yeah. I guess they could still go for him.
Maybe they've done some research here on Santa Cruz, and they know that they like to pick something like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Huskar doesn't need Oracle, although Huskar does like Oracle.
On the other side, the Slugs ban out Luna and Terrorblade. Terrorblade, a high armor hero that Sven doesn't trade actually very well with.
Yeah, that was an instant. I don't think they even looked at the Grimstroke pick. They were just clicking the button with Monkey
they're like,
King.
all right, Monkey King in the game.
We want this.
That's a good response pick, because we know it's going to be a Sven offlane, probably with Grimstroke now, so you have Monkey King.
Yeah, Sven. So Sven can't really fight in Wukong's command. That's actually a great counter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless he's going to blow someone up, but he's like, once that all Monkey King needs is Echo Saber, and Wukong's command is the no Sven zone.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is Sven is try and Stormhammer him during the the animation cast for it, and that's about it.
Although Sven gets a Blink Dagger and has a Grimstroke, Inkswell, and all that other good stuff. Like Sven is very scary right now with an Undying and a Grimstroke to back him up.
Mm-hmm.
That's an action-packed laning phase we got from the Slugs, and that's gonna like Grimstroke and Undying are gonna be able to bring it to the mid game. Although Undying, obviously, he wants to get some momentum going. I don't think he'll have a problem staying relevant, especially with Tombstone. And there's still no ranged heroes on U of T to deal with Tombstone.
I was gonna say we're gonna see Medusa, and there it is. If you look
Medusa's very popular.
I was like, if you look at Toronto's lineup right now, there's no way they can deal with the Medusa. Monkey King not very good at dealing with her. Tusk and Darkseer, like they want to go in on a hero, and Medusa's like the last hero you really want to go in on, and they don't have much CC.
I love the pressure that there's no OD. So OD like very standard pick against Medusa, but what I was going to mention is look at the pressure that Santa Cruz applies in a fight. You have to deal with Sven, who's going to be God strength on top of your heroes, chasing people down. So you have to like get your heroes out of there. You have to deal with the Tombstone, and while you're trying to kill Tombstone, you have a Medusa with Stone Gaze. So there's 3 like very like high priority things going on in a fight, and you have to avoid all 3 of those. And OD does not want to be hitting the Tombstone, because not only he's not really a long range hero, he wants to be stealing as much into the Ket.
Yeah.
And he wants to be hitting the Medusa, but he has to be hitting the Tombstone. I mean, he's also a decent pick against that.
Yeah. So we definitely need a safe lane carry here from the Slugs, but what does Toronto need? You think it's a support?
Toronto needs another ranged hero, and I think Tusk is just like falling out of this draft.
Tusk is going to have a hard game, I think.
Tusk is like, hopefully he can get some sick ice shards. His ice shards are going to make or break his game, because it's looking like he's going to have a very difficult time. I mean, he can snowball the Inkswell. That's one thing to keep him.
They ban out the Shadow Shaman. That's interesting. I don't think it's bad. I don't think I would have picked Shadow Shaman. There's not really a push lineup here from Toronto.
And Shadow Shaman's not going to be,
he's short range, so if he wants to like get up on top of someone in the safe lane, Undying will just decay him and then soul rip him.
And is he going to be channeling his net with Stone Gaze, Inkswell, Sven, and Tombstone out? No, he's never going to cast that spell.
I mean, it's
not for me.
Yeah, it's just
because they still need a Tombstone hitter, right? Oracle has a really good attack speed. I like.
A lot of the good supports are already banned. Who would be left?
Yeah, I don't know if there's. Let's see what they go for.
Probably the safest ban. It's really good against OD, right? So you kind of have to get rid of it. I think OD's game is the most important here. If OD has a good mid lane, you can make a lot of space for your team.
Mm-hmm.
The only
and OD can really like take advantage of his teammates, like kind of being some cannon fodder for him to blow people up. Witch Doctor. So Death Ward's physical, right?
Yep.
So Sven Shield stops that. In regards to interrupting it, we have Inkswell, Stone Gaze, Stormhammer.
I think he's going to be good in lane, though, is the thing. I think Witch Doctor...
Yes.
This has got to be... No, it's got to be a safe lane Witch Doctor, so it's going to be Sven Grimstroke versus Monkey King Witch Doctor.
5 seconds remaining.
Which, I feel like Monkey King v Sven should favor Monkey King, but I think Grimstroke might tilt the matchup. So we'll see.
I think that's
Inkswell and Stormhammer make it really hard.
Tusk is going to have to stand on top of Monkey King to save him from Inkswell, but standing on top of Monkey King is not going to save him from Stormhammer.
Well, I feel like Tusk has to go off lane.
With the Darkseer, and then Monkey King with Witch Doctor top.
I don't know. Maybe they're going to solo the Darkseer off lane and run a tri-lane with the Monkey King. That actually might not be bad. If you do a safe lane tri-lane and try and get some early kills up on the Sven.
PA.
Okay. PA is pretty good. That's like a hero that's relatively normal to pick against the Darkseer just because you don't want to be in the wave. You want to be able to farm. So rather than picking like a ranged carry, they still just go PA and she can dagger farm.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they could have picked something. Like, PA is just an all-around good hero right now in this patch, but I was going to say there might have been a scarier pick, because PA has the same issue as Fen, where Monkey King's going to drop the no melee core zone with his Wukong's command, and Sven doesn't want to be there, and PA doesn't want to be there as well.
Yeah, I think PA might be okay. If she can get a good crit on him, she might be able to kill him down before it becomes too effective. But yeah, in general, you don't want to fight under Wukong's command. That's
now, who are you feeling with these drafts?
I
actually like both these drafts.
Yeah, I think both drafts are built fairly well. I feel like if this goes late, the Slug should win, just because PA, I don't think will be able to be stopped once she has like a couple items in a BKB. I think she just runs all over him. Same with Medusa. I think at some point in the game, she just becomes too difficult for them to kill, even with OD, because she'll have so much int and mana that OD won't be able to really deal with her. So we'll see.
I think that if the Santa Cruz, the Dire, wins the laning phase, they can just chill and farm. Medusa, Sven, and PA are going to farm much faster than Darkseer, OD, and Monkey King, and they're also going to scale better. And their cores are Grimstroke Undying. Those are cores that win lanes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we gotta pause.
Toronto definitely has some moves, but I just really like Santa Cruz's lineup because of again how much pressure they apply to Toronto.
Yeah.
In team fights, Toronto is going to have to be making so many very quick decisions, and it's just going to come down to eventually. Your team is either on the ball and you're all playing together the whole game, or you just need a few people to not be on the same page and make some mistakes. And I think Santa Cruz can take team fights quite easily, just because PA's jumping in, Sven is potentially jumping in. If he wants to go Blink Dagger, you have to deal with Medusa, so you have to play around Stone Gaze, and then you also have to play around Tombstone.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to lean more towards Santa Cruz, for a couple reasons. Like I said, I think they do win this late, but based on what you just said, I do think that the lanes, even if they do tilt slightly to Toronto's favor, that they have the ability to recover much easier. And I don't even think that they are necessarily going to go in Toronto's favor. It's possible.
And what can Toronto even pressure them is the thing. Like, who do they have to push with? They'd have Voodoo Heal and
they don't have much of a way
Shell.
to deal damage to towers. Both Darkseer, OD, Monkey King, all those heroes do very little tower damage. So they don't really have a way of taking high ground as this game goes on. So even if they do win these lanes really well, this will be really hard. All three of their cores actually rely on other abilities as their source of damage rather than just right click.
Mm-hmm. But I just can't count out the Wukong's command here. It's so good this game. Especially if they can drop it after the Tombstone and get the Tombstone within the command, keep it in a safe place where they can deal with it. But it's actually really hard for Sven to initiate and for PA to. PA always has a hard time initiating, but for Sven to get into the fight if Wukong's command isn't down, because he's going to go in, he's going to hit all his buttons, and then he's going to have to run away.
All right, well, let's go ahead and introduce these teams here. On the side of Toronto, we've got. I'm just going to call you GG on Tusk. We've got Red Eyes, not to be confused with Red Eye, on Darkseer. We've got Zoololer on the Witch Doctor here. We got Ice Turtle in the mid lane on the OD, and on the Monkey King bottom, we have Magnus Carlsen.
Let me tell you about Santa Cruz here, ladies and gentlemen. On Undying, we have my boy Poxy. I'm not going to call him S, and I'm not going to call him Virtus Pro. On Grimstroke, we have Gacky Love. On Medusa, we have Ben Bird. On Sven, we have Babag. And on Phantom Assassin, Iroha. Iroha?
Iroha?
Is that how you say it?
Maybe.
Iroha.
Iroha?
Or I just call them all
Ugh, my ears.
You're welcome. Now, oh, look at Ice Turtle's icon. It's Ice Frog, but not.
Ooh.
Think they're related?
You know what? I bet they are.
Oh, I hate the PA taunt, man. Oh, it's so obnoxious. I like every other taunt thing's better. Oh, bottom here, we got the Inksfall on Sven. It's gonna go on the Monkey King, stun him up. He's below half health, followed up by a Stormhammer. Grimstroke and Sven are gonna get some auto attacks. He turns into a tree to keep alive for an extra second. It might be exactly what they need. Nope, Sven gets him with that massive sword and that massive range.
So
Monkey
kind of
King's known. Monkey King's known for being annoying with his long range, but you see that last hit from Sven?
Yeah,
that just nicked him.
He stole Monkey King's weapon.
He sniped him.
Yeah, he just took it out of his pocket, hit him, and then gave it back.
Yeah. Right. That's bad manners.
We talked about this lane, how like typically Monkey King should win against other melee cores. Sven being a very tanky melee core, but then also having this Grimstroke Inkswell plus his own Stormhammer, so it's going to be really difficult for him to get his Jingu stacks if he actually wants to harass him.
Yeah. Oh man, Tusk is trying to tag team into Undying in the top lane, and even with tag team, Undying just
decays and clicks him.
Yeah. Well, he's a strength hero, right?
Yeah.
So Decay's double deadly because it's stealing his damage and his health, and giving the damage to Undying. Undying just taking us out of this game. So everyone knows that Outworld Devour is going to do great against Medusa, because Medusa relies heavily on her mana, and Outworld Devour deals huge amounts of damage and steals intellect. How do they do in lane, though, before they have their spells? Can Medusa kind of hold her own, or is it just OD is just better than Medusa at all stages in the game?
So Medusa, I think, actually does pretty decent in the lane matchup, because she has a better attack animation, more damage. Being an agility hero, she gets more armor. So I think the lane matchup is actually pretty good for Medusa. I think we've seen it once or twice before, and it went pretty heavily Medusa favored, despite OD dying. Or despite, OD dying, or Medusa dying. I don't remember what happened, but I don't think Medusa is too sad about it. I think in the mid game, if she decides to group up, she'll be a little sad, but for now, she should get her farm just fine.
So top lane, look, there's the creep cut already happening.
Yeah,
I love it.
This.
Even with evasion, PA still does have a little bit of trouble under tower. She does get the bonus auto attack and has her Quelling Blade, but it's not like she's gonna just go take no damage. But Tusk doesn't really have a role right now, does he? Tusk is just like, hey guys, can I play?
He's just pulling his own wave over there to get maybe some creeps.
Inkswell bottom lane, and the shield. Monkey King is going to get hit. They're going to put a Maledict on Sven, but they can't get any damage when their carry's dead. Sven chops him down, but actually Gakilov takes the last hit.
Monkey King's
look at that.
Top lane, actually. Darkseer, is he going to get decayed one more time? Pox?
Oh my god, Undying's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, he's denying all of the creeps.
My god, I love this. And look at Darkseer. One more, baby.
He has TP. He should be able to get out.
Fine. He doesn't have the decay. That's fine. That's still a win for him.
Yeah.
Darkseer does have highest CS, but I think he's grabbed a couple trolls.
Yeah, a couple
as well.
more jungle creeps for sure. Monkey King isn't a very tanky hero, but the reason he normally does well in lane is because you typically just pick him in favorable matchups, and that's why he's good in lane, right? Like, but in this situation. Ooh, I just missed a kill mid. Tusk with
that's
really nice
great
game.
play by Tusk.
Yeah.
Though, because he wasn't doing anything top, and look what he did mid.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
I mean, this is what Darkseer does, right? Or offliners like Darkseer. You kind of force your other support to rotate and be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Tusk works for that.
And Undying kind of has to deal with Darkseer while he's top.
I think, did they just give away a ward? No? Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. Weird. Just a very long-range decay. Tusk even pinged it out after.
Bot lane, another.
Let's see.
Well,
Monkey King gets stunned. Number one, stun number two. Witch Doctor's dropping the Maledict, but I don't think it's worth it because they can't do any damage. It might even be for him to level the heal.
He just takes no physical damage, so there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, like look at Sven. Just goes back farming the wave with his purple debuff on him at full health. The best chance that Toronto has in this lane is Sven just running out of mana and regen, so he can't stun anymore.
Wow, that was genius. All right, Benbird in the mid lane just forwarded his creeps so that Equilibrium wouldn't do damage and give OD his mana back.
I like that. I really like that.
I mean, it's huge. Look at how much mana OD has now. He actually won't have enough to combo for like a good while. So yeah, that was pretty smart.
And then we have another snake on Medusa as well, should she choose to use it. There it goes. Doesn't actually hit OD though. 14 and 12 on Medusa, 13 and 15 on OD, so both heroes actually last hitting very well.
Yeah, it's pretty even.
Quite even, except there is a kill for OD. It looks like Tusk is getting some confidence. He's level 3 now, top to Undying's level 2. He wants to mess. Oh, there's gonna be a bounty rune battle soon.
Coming, yeah.
And double damage on Grimstroke bottom. Alright, the tag team.
Undying says screw it, I'll go take yours. Yeah, he can just charge this and...
Yeah, there's the shards, and he's going to sit on him. Now 5 charges on Tusk. Ion Shell doesn't get the rune, Undying does. Undying's going to go for the heal. He dies anyways.
Okay. So he gets the rune but dies. Bot lane, nope, no more action.
They want to go... Grimstroke with double damage. They don't need a double damage to kill the Monkey King, so Monkey King's not going to show up when he sees that they do have one.
I mean, you can even
actually
kill
having
the Witch
to use
Doctor
his
here too,
stun
whenever you want.
Yeah.
If Witch Doctor comes out of position, he dies very quickly. But I mean, look at CS in this lane. He's 20 and 4 on the Sven. Monkey King not doing too bad. Actually, it's 17 and 4 despite having 2 deaths.
We have some supports actually came mid, and a ward that's inside range of a sentry has dropped mid as well. Oh, bottom lane, here we go. They're chasing. They have the shield, they have the speed, they have the ink swell, but a great cask is not going to do enough. The first stun on Monkey, they don't go for the second. They don't want to dive him under tower. I like that. Just control the lane. Remind Monkey that, you know... Oh, actually, top lane. Sorry, hold on.
Undying having a little fun exchange here, and Undying should go down with double Ion Shell.
And that's it, Ricky. We discussed it earlier. Undying's power spike is 1. The biggest mistake he made was level to 2. he's just falling right off. Yeah, he really is having a tough game after dominating.
No, I mean, he's doing what he can. He definitely slowed down that lane a little bit. It gave PA enough space to kind of farm on as well. I mean, if you look at it, PA number 1 on the CS, and a lot of this is because they couldn't actually pressure her because of just Undying's presence in the lane. So, he did die a couple times, but it's really not the end of the world.
This is a silver PA player. Actually, they're pinging top. There's a great shards. PA still has her blink. There she goes. And she's going to use her hatchet and tangos. Cuts the wrong tree. Cuts the wrong tree. There we go. Ooh, now she's stuck. And, ooh, I think she could have lived, but multiple mistakes actually cost her life.
This top, like, both of the team's off lanes are wrecking House right now.
Yes. Yes. Now, actually, Undying. Oh my god, Undying. He actually drops a level 2 stone. They're just going to kill that, man.
They don't care. We'll get that out of here.
He heals it. Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. Oh, 125 gold. There's the shards. Double Ion. Double Ion on both of them right now. They're taking damage inside the snowball. Tusk is going to get away. PA has the same amount of Tusk does now. We're going to see a surge to chase the PA down. Darkseer knows it's time to leave because Grimstroke's up here. Tusk, they know he has a TP. They don't know if he's still there.
I mean, he's full
Grimstroke canceled his TP. Yeah, Grimstroke decided to stay bottom. Okay.
Yeah. I don't really want to take out of the bot lane because this is a very successful lane, and as soon as you pull this Grimstroke out of here, your Monkey King can recover really well and actually make it very difficult for your Sven. So I think despite top losing, quote unquote losing, but like still like I said, PA is actually fine. Like, she has a lot of farm. She's got plenty of levels. So these kills that are going to the side of Toronto, in the grand scheme of things, don't really mean a whole lot. You might have a farmed Darkseer, but you can match it because your PA is actually doing fine. It's this off lane that you need to continue to win in. So this is the big win for them. Is if they don't sacrifice anything in this off lane, I think this is where they're going to get their momentum.
I think that was very well said, Ricky. Yeah, Monkey King is of all the people who are actually hitting creeps, Monkey King is at the bottom by almost 10 CS. Sitting at 8 below OD, who is only 3 below Medusa in regards to just last hits on creeps. Medusa and OD are actually keeping it very close together.
Yeah, this is where Medusa will start to pull ahead, though. Like I said, she becomes this. She's an agility hero. So
now she's going to the jungle.
You can just jungle it up.
And she's going to stack the Ancients. Oh, yeah, there we go. Jeez, that's crazy.
Do they see this Darkseer? Yeah, they do.
Being denied.
Okay, they got the top tower in my. I saw the health on it, wasn't sure if it was going to fall low enough.
But that's what Darkseer does with the creep cutting. And using a stolen creep with Helm of the Dominator, they're going to put a slow and a double Ion Shell on Undying.
That
A
creep has
second
purge.
Purge comes out and a Vacuum. They need another Ion Shell on the creep, though. This is fantastic micro by Red Eyes. He's now standing on top of the PA and the creep wave. Undying looks like he might get away. There's a Surge coming out, 2 Ion Shells. It looks like it's going to be enough. Great micro. And with the extra health from the Helm of the Dominator, the Satyr Banisher stays alive.
That's hilarious.
I love that. That was a really sick play. I'm surprised I haven't seen that before because that seems like just so straightforward.
Seems so obvious, right?
Yeah. I love that. A second unit to Ion Shell, a unit that has a slow, and a unit body block, and Helm of the Dominator is a great item to pick up on Darkseer after he takes the tower. It allows him to apply a ton more pressure on the lane. Everything's coming together for Darkseer right now. He has very good synergy. If this was Dota chess, he'd probably be in first place. Actually, Sven is going to... Oh, bottom lane, he was just baiting.
Just faking it.
Just faking it. I like that on Sven, though, the cast animation.
Look at where Medusa is right now. This is like your favorite place to be as a Medusa.
Oh, my, this is so stupid.
Right? You just chill.
Maximum DPS, just auto-attacking
farm.
everything.
You're taking some middle tower damage, but you don't care.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Oh yeah, what OD is gonna push your lane? I mean, he has to get the creep waves to do that.
It's an OD. You
Not really
actually
doing
don't
it.
even care about him pushing your lane. Like, he doesn't do.
He'll get some good damage on here, but Medusa's still getting insane farm.
Yeah.
And
Not,
at the
he's not
same
going to take
time-
the tower. There's no way. They won't. They shouldn't let that happen. At least someone should rotate mid.
Undying's actually came bottom, so mid and top are getting pushed by Toronto. If this doesn't get
That is
double
a
stun from
true
Sven,
ninja
bottom,
stun.
followed up by an Inkswell. Is it going to be a double Inkswell with a Tombstone? No. Oh, they do just barely catch Witch Doctor on the side, and then the second Spirit, the second Silence. Phantom's Embrace comes out. First it silenced Witch Doctor, so no stun came out. Then it silenced Monkey King, so no stun came out. That is a
Lane.
beautiful
On the
game.
Medusa, she pops the ult immediately.
Uh-oh. Stone Gaze. It actually hits the... Oh,
Oh,
no. The
geez.
tower's hitting him, too. Grimstroke has no spells, but at least he showed up to get some XP. And Bird with the Fanks. Great rotation. Now, Bounty Runes are up.
And bot tower goes down. So this is why Sven is so good. First item, phase boots into drums, pops the God Strength immediately on 6, takes the tower, and he just keeps pushing. So he's basically just kind of doing what Darkseer's doing, except
Yeah, exactly. Except he auto-attacks.
yeah, except he can
Have
auto
a pet
attack.
Satyr. How's our Darkseer and his pet doing? Actually, we're going to see some
He's doing
TPs
really
at
good.
top. Here's a snowball into death. Okay, Tusk is in the middle of the whole team. Actually, Witch
what
Doctor
a
and Darkseer
cast.
showed up. There's a male deck. They're going to kill Undying, but that's the lowest priority target with everyone is here. Oh my god. And we're going to see Witch Doctor, support for support trade. So far, there's the Grimstroke ult. It's going to leash them both together. They have to run the same direction. And Sven has a stun in 3 seconds. I don't think it's going to get the duration of the Grimstroke ult. A snowball buys a little bit of time for Tusk. But Darkseer's taken out, and now they're pursuing the Snowy Man himself. Sven is not scared, but do they have a way to break his CP? No, they don't.
And Medusa just after that chase was like, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go back to farming.
That was a massive victory for
For a
Santa
while, it
Cruz.
looked like Medusa might die there. The OD is going to get the mid tower here with the help of the catapult, so that's really nice for them.
Middle tower has fallen.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's a good recovery for Toronto to pick the mid tower, honestly, because the Santa Cruz did commit almost every single player on their team to that fight.
Yeah, they did.
So they win it, but they traded a mid tower and an Undying. And
And
now
it's a little bit
he's
of
just
time
gonna
for
go
Monkey
and
King
farm.
to recover. If we look at net worth, like as we expected, Medusa very far in front. Then it's the two offlaners, the Darkseer and the Sven. So overall, I'd say Santa Cruz has a pretty good advantage right now just because of their farm's distribution.
Oh, and check out
Tusk
the
finding
poor Undying. Level 4 Undying. He drops the Tombstone behind the Ice Shards. There's an OD and a Monkey King going to take it out. Undying's actually staying alive, but we have a Medusa Banished on top of it. Oh no, that's a Grimstroke. He gets Inkswelled and Sven's shield, and Sven pops the God Strength, and now OD is in a terrible position. Silence up, he gets chopped down. With the Creepway there taking all of the cast bounces, just kidding, the best luck in the world is only hitting the heroes. On the backside, Undying gets taken out with level 4. No one's too upset about that. Sven
Monkey
is going to
King.
chase down Tusk. Sven denies the ward in front of Tusk and is beating him with the God Strength. I don't know if he's going to be able to kill Tusk, who has all of his spells up, but he's going to chase him pretty dang far. Sven, I think, is overextending right now. Tusk has every spell. Tusk no longer has God Strength. Here comes the Darkseer, but... Oh, the Walrus Punch is actually going to save Tusk's life,
And
followed
the
by
Purge
Vacuum.
creep.
I love this. And Tusk gets the last hit. Use the taunt, man. Maybe he doesn't have the taunt.
Maybe he doesn't have the taunt. That's a taunt for sure if he can.
Oh, he does. I just inspected him. He has it. Come on, man.
That's the whole reason you play that hero nowadays.
Right, he has a really good taunt. I love the pressure that Toronto's putting.
Poxy again on the Undying.
Poxy, dude, Poxy's just trying to get level 5, man.
Gosh.
Grimstroke ult just latches to nothing. There's going to be an Inkspo to follow up. Darkseer stunned but has a lot of health. A snowball in from Tusk and a great cask is going to come out from Witch Doctor. They're going to take up the Grimstroke, but Sven is here. No God Strength for 10 seconds though. He gets Walrus punched up and he's getting kited. To help with the kite, PA shows up. A wall only hits Sven, and now we're going to see Santa Cruz pursue with it.
They got
Frickin' horde of zombies, and then the big level 5 zombie, a great down the strike, gets a double stun, but it's not enough to save the Witch Doctor, who goes down. Look at that zombie apocalypse, though. My gosh, for a level 5 Undying, that was very effective.
Yeah, where did he place that thing? It was in the trees there.
Look, on the low ground.
Yeah,
I love that.
That was a good spot for it.
I mean, that's what you got to do right now. Like, that's literally your whole hero when you're this far behind. Is if you're going to cast Tombstone, it needs to be a really good Tombstone.
Yep. Well,
Medusa took that time to farm. She's going to go straight for the Kaya. Is that standard after the Mask of Madness?
Wait,
the mana loss reduction, I guess, makes a lot of sense.
He's got Yasha as well. I was like, he's definitely got to go Yasha first. So he's got Mask of Madness, Yasha, going to go Kaya.
Stonegaze is actually popped top with a Centaur picked up.
Yeah, he had double Ion Shell and a Centaur. You actually have to pop that there. You will die otherwise.
This Darkseer is doing a very good job. We discussed the difference between Sven and Darkseer and how they apply pressure, and Darkseer doesn't have the auto attacks, but he's doing a great job using the Helm of the Dominator, and he's just staying in that lane and constantly pushing it out with double Ion Shell. I really like what he's doing.
Bottom lane, Grimstroke being found by Tusk. Ooh. Tusk gets the kill.
Very aggressive play from the supports from Toronto, and I love it.
Playing amazing.
He's making it work, man.
Yeah.
He's really keeping it together this game.
This Tusk is doing so well. Shout out to your Tusk player, Toronto.
Right? A game that seemed very difficult. Tusk is just, he's making stuff happen left and right. Vladimir's is picked up on PA. Uh-oh.
Yikes.
You're in a bad spot. There's a cask. Undying is caught out once again.
Oh, the shards from Tusk!
Great ice shards. That's my boy GG.
All right. GG, you are playing really well.
I think Undying just wanted to hit his ult. It's been 15 minutes.
He's like, I'm finally level 6, guys.
What does this spell do?
No, I mean...
the bounty rune top.
They made a good rotation there because they thought they'd be able to get the Undying. I think
Undying's word.
Goodbye.
Right on the edge, dude. That was pixels off from being safe.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
So, Vladimir's picked up on
Smoke
PA.
up here, and they know they're there. They're going to go back in.
Let's go, let's go.
Are they going
Something
for the Grimstroke?
Something sneaky's going on. Who are we going to catch? It looks like a lot of ping coming out. All right, the Stormhammer goes out on the Darkseer, but a great stomp followed up by a vacuum and a wall. There's a cast keeping everyone there. A Maldic followed up by a Death Ward. The Grimstroke ult isn't really doing too much, but we have a ton of zombies showing up to the fight. Now, Witch Doctor and Tusk managed to take out the Tombstone, but Sven's still in the front line, and he's at full health. He's chopping the Darkseer up, but the Shrine is going to keep him alive. Witch Doctor gets taken out. A snowball onto Sven is going to slow him down a little bit, and then the Walrus Punch to follow him up. Sven's actually in a little bit of trouble, and a great cast bounces him from a buyback on Witch Doctor. Grimstroke and Undying are gone, and now Sven has joined them, going for a fight on the enemy team's turf. Santa Cruz gets shut down, and Toronto is getting kill after kill, evening it up at 14-14.
That was without their OD. That fight actually looked so bad originally, because the Death Ward got canceled immediately by Grimstroke, but this Darkseer in these fights is putting out so much damage. It's actually Darkseer and Tusk. Like, the two of them are crushing it.
Yeah, they're hitting, like... Yes. Exactly. They're doing what they need to do. Sven is so dangerous, but he goes on the Tusk. Tusk goes into the Snowball. Sven is like, okay, waiting for Snowball to end. As soon as Snowball ends, Tusk hits him with the Walrus Punch, buying more time, and then sits there and man fights him in the tag team. He's not going to win that fight in the long term, but in the short term, he's keeping Sven in place with the slow from tag team, and he's tanking it up with his 2,000 life. Kind of just keeps Sven there until his team shows up. So we talked about it earlier. Toronto really needs to apply pressure because Santa Cruz, if left unchecked, will easily outfarm them. And I think Toronto has figured out how to apply pressure.
Yeah, this Darkseer's done a phenomenal job in the offlane.
I love it.
Now the rest of the team has kind of caught up, so they are ready to fight. Tusk really needed the levels, and he's level 9 now, which is huge for him. That hero's all of his spells are actually very impactful.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about Monkey King going the 4 Wraith Bands?
I actually don't like this. I don't like
because
this.
you have to. It's an inventory slot. Like he has a stout shield that he'll never use. He's gonna have to sell a Wraith Band as well.
I don't ever really like anyone going this many Wraith Bands. Monkey King might be one of the only exceptions because he actually has very low damage and very low, like, he doesn't farm very well without having them. Like his whole kit is required on hitting heroes. So getting these 4 Wraith Bands allows him to farm quite a bit faster. But to be honest,
he does have 15 armor as well with the
bonus agility. Yeah. So he needs his Battle Fury so that he can become more relevant. He can kind of keep up.
But even then, with the Battle Fury, he's probably just going to want to hit creeps, eh?
Yeah.
Tusk looks like he wants to make a move to actually Sven. Ooh, Sven and Tusk see each other.
I really like the build from Iroha on the PA here, going the Vlad's Deso.
There's a rotation coming. 3 heroes are TPing for PA bottom. PA gets caught. Oh no, he hit the creep! He hit the creep, but there's a snowball on PA. PA does have a teleport scroll. They need to hold the cast. No, they're just going to blow her up. Ooh, 763 damage, level 1 Walrus Punch, Tusk. Hello?
Yeah. Do you know how good tag team is with Walrus Punch?
Hold on.
You didn't know that works?
Hold on. Okay, never mind. That was before reduction. Tusk actually only did 450 damage.
Yeah,
okay.
It's pretty amazing. Tag team Walrus Punch is hilarious.
I was gonna say, dude, that's better than Finger. That's better than Laguna Blade, and that's on a 36-second cooldown.
That was a pretty optimistic TP there from Iroha. I'll be honest. Like even if
what else
like
are you gonna
OD
do?
alone can just kill you if he wants to drop the hammer, but missing the Astral is a pretty oof play, to be honest. You can't really make that mistake too many times this game.
Check out OD's item build and Medusa's item build, and it kind of give you an idea of where the 2 mid players are.
Force, Kaya Yasha.
Still building the Yasha for
Force. Okay. Seems pretty good.
There's the Force picked up on Medusa.
Yeah.
so
yeah,
that's a top net worth.
Both those heroes do have very similar like requirements, and I think both of them like benefit a lot from those items. So Kayasha absolutely core on both of them, and then the Force Staff this game.
Oh, Tusk is seen in the jungle. Oh, poor guy. He was playing so well. Unlucky.
I think he was going up there to D-ward or something because I'm actually a little confused. Witch Doctor walked up there just a few minutes ago, just a couple minutes ago even, with an Invis rune and got clicked by Medusa. So they know they had vision there.
Yeah.
So that is a little odd. That might have just been a miscommunication. Maybe he just didn't hear his Witch Doctor call it out. I don't know. I know Witch Doctor pinged it out, so I can't blame the Witch Doctor on that one.
Wait, you can't blame your support on your death? Then what's even the point?
See, they decided to defend here? Doesn't look like it.
And Sven has his pipe in stash. He's going for a Blink Dagger next. I think when Sven gets Blink Dagger, that's when we're going to see we're going to see Santa Cruz start going across the river. What do we got with Vlads? We're going to go Desolator on PA, and Medusa will have... Oh my god, dude. If Medusa gets the Scotty, PA gets the Deso, and Sven get the Blink all around the same timing, I would expect to see Santa Cruz just start A-clicking the base. But a smoke gank from Toronto, putting more pressure. They find the Medusa. There's a stun. Oh no, OD, second time in a row. He misses it. A Stone Gaze comes out. There's a Grimstroke alt holding Darkseer. Oh my god, that's a great snowball, actually breaks it. Sven is going to go on the Darkseer. I don't know if that's the target. He changes his mind. He can't get anywhere else. He has to go on the Darkseer, but he's so tanky. Everyone's fighting underneath the wall, underneath the Death Ward, and underneath the Tombstone. Medusa gets taken out, but Darkseer, that's not a good trade. UCSC is in trouble here. But the big crits are coming out. Ooh, and a lot of zombies. Tusk gets separated from his team. Sven is desperately just trying to find something to hit.
OD gets the blink out. He's got so many zombies. Look at him go.
OD and 1,000 zombies escape across the river. OD looks like he's going to get taken out. No, there's a Force Staff and a Surge. Darkseer does it again. Darkseer. Oh no, but they take out OD and now Darkseer, and the entire Dire team and all 300 of their zombie friends are going to find him in the jungle and finish him off.
Wow. That commit to kill the Medusa was too much.
Well, the OD missing his spell, man. They would have had him locked down. And OD just zapped himself.
I feel bad because I literally just said, you can't make that mistake too many times this game. And then he just literally does it right after, and it costs them the fight. I mean, the thing
that was
is
such
like,
a great play by Toronto, too.
Yeah.
Like that play.
It was a great rotation. If they get the Astral into like a shards block on the low ground there where the team can't really get to him, or I guess from on the other side of the ancient camp, that fight's so different, right?
Yeah.
I think they accept the fact that Dusa goes down there. They obviously drop Tombstone and Zone, but I don't think that they get any return kills there. But because of it, OD chased so far on the back end, lost all of his mana, and then took him way too long to kill the Medusa.
That's the second time Darkseer of all heroes found a Medusa as well.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. I guess they kind of know he's just hitting things. Did you see the snowball save from Grimstroke's Soulbind?
No.
He just rolled right past and snatched the Witch Doctor up, and so it took him out of the Soulbind and kept on going.
That's amazing.
It was just a drive-by. I was so cool. The Tusk had sunglasses on. He was doing that.
I didn't see that.
Right? This Tusk has some plays, man. I like it a lot. I mean, we even said he's got to play really well this game, and boy, is he here to play. Now, Sven is actually the ancient farmer. God, I love, like, you see, like, Santa Cruz can just farm so easy.
Yep.
But actually, if you look at net worth, it's Medusa plus Toronto on the top 4.
Yeah, the PA didn't really go a farming build, right? She went Deso Vlads because she kind of needs to farm with these, needs to fight with these items as opposed to the Monkey King, who has his Battle Fury, right? Like, for him, he's fine farming. He doesn't mind. So it's a little interesting. I think Santa Cruz's mindset right now might be a little conflicting because as this Medusa, you just want to keep farming. Your PA wants to fight, and so does your Sven because, you know, he's gone pipe and drums.
Yeah, they had Vlads and drums and pipe, and then they're just staying on their side of the map. It's like they're getting the items they need, but then they're just playing. I think they could play like 4 people across the river, and Medusa can just stay back if they want.
Yeah,
or can stay back if she wants, because it's, you know, the thing about Vlads is, like Drum and Vlads is you pick them up and you go in 5-man because you have a massive power spike with the auras.
I think they were just afraid of this Darkseer. The more and more I look at it, it's like this Darkseer actually offers so much in fights. I think that's what they were just afraid of.
Undying gets found. There's a Blink Walrus Punch. The Soulbind Double Silence comes out. There's no vacuum to follow up the wall, but the Ice Shards are keeping Undying separated from his team, but it looks like Undying's not trapped in with them, Rick. They're trapped in with Undying.
Sven's shield just did so much work there. He just didn't take any damage after he decayed and soul ripped.
There's the dagger. The zombies are chasing. Stormhammer comes out. Bye bye.
Wow.
Actually, PA gets the last hit.
All right.
Where did he get the last hit? It must have been he must have thrown another dagger. Medusa's about to hit that level 20 talent, baby. 700 mana. Now. Ooh, there's a God Strength popped. We're going to see a Roshan go down. There's a Desolator, so it shouldn't take them very long, as well as not very many players alive on Toronto to defend. Look at the overall net worth. It's a 1k lead for Toronto. Do you say does it feel like a 1k lead for Toronto to you? It does feel like a close game.
It does feel like a close game. I thought that he just killed the Aegis for a second. I do think Santa Cruz does have the advantage right now because we talked about it in the draft. I think Santa Cruz's late game is just superior.
Yeah.
And I worry about Toronto being able to take high ground.
Yeah.
That being said, the last 2 fights have gone in favor of Santa Cruz, right? So it's
Santa Cruz is building very defensively too. Like I think that's the strategy. What you're pointing out is they just want to go late game because they know that's when they're not gonna have any problem. Even if they build items that are strong in the mid game, like they just have no desire to really cross the river. Like there's still a T1 standing top for Toronto, and Medusa's just farming. Like Medusa's so content just farming.
It looks like everyone on Santa Cruz is just content farming, right? Like Sven's bot, he's got Grimstroke behind him. PA just kind of side pushing top. She is gonna. Ooh, she's.
Speaking of where everyone is,
Cancels
Toronto.
The TP. I'm assuming she saw Tusk walk over it or something.
I didn't know if Tusk actually walked over where the TP is, but good thing she canceled because all of Toronto is there.
Yeah, she started TPing and then canceled, and I don't know why.
They see Tusk. Oh yeah, they know. They see Tusk now.
Yeah.
And with the angle he's playing, Santa Cruz knows everyone has to be there. Like Tusk doesn't come from that angle, from the very far right of the jungle backwards, unless he has a team there.
I think Undying's baiting mid.
Oh, he's baiting. He's there. He's worth. He gains money for dying right now. There's a Boundless Strike, taking away a third of his health. OD ports in, 1 auto attack. Undying uses his ult. Sven's actually going to TP. The Tombstone comes out. Tusk? Yeah, don't try and go for that.
Honestly,
there is a Stormhammer.
Really
Silence. There's a snake actually from the high ground. Inkspell on Sven is going to pop. They have a Soulbind. Jingju, or Wukong's command is really out of place. There's going to be a death ward, but Sven doesn't care about physical damage. They're going to go back in on Sven, though. He has the Maldic on him. Might actually tick out from the Maldic, though. He's doing a great job of keeping him low. Now the zombie problem is back, however. The is going to go down in just a second, and Toronto is in a fantastic position to mount an assault on the tier 2 tower mid. Sven and Undying are down. Sven has no buyback.
Really good play there. I saw OD's positioning. I was like, he has Blink. He has his all of his kit back up. I was like, he can go back in on this Sven. And sure enough, Tusk does it, sets up the kill. And,
I love it.
That's really important. It definitely secures his tower. If Sven's alive, you can't do it. Incoming Medusa.
We're actually going to see another... Oh, bye-bye. Dude, Walrus Punch, man. This Tusk is doing a fantastic job. Medusa's in the middle of it. There's the Stone Gaze. PA is banished. I don't know if that was meant to go on the Medusa or not. Stone Gaze hits no one. Monkey King. Oh, no. Monkey King is feeding himself right in the middle of his team. Just kidding. Everyone's going to back him up, and Medusa gets dropped down right outside her base. That's the Aegis expended. 3 seconds on Medusa's res, 5 seconds on Sven's res. Sven doesn't have TP, though, I don't think. No, Sven will have TP when he respawns.
He's going to ask for himself to blink out. Oh, he doesn't get the blink.
Doesn't get the blink.
Okay. That had to be a misclick.
Now, Ricky, were you able to pull that first fight recap up, or even the one right now?
I can pull this one up, yep.
Check out where the damage is for Toronto.
Okay, yeah. A lot of it is on OD.
It's almost exclusively OD. Now, the fight prior to that, it was all on OD. First thing I want to point out, this OD is doing a fantastic job. He is very comfortable on this hero. I love how he's playing, especially with the Blink Dagger. Even with that failed Blink out there, he's been doing a great job knowing when it's safe for him to go in and dish out the huge amount of damage. Huge amount being over 50% of his team's damage. However, when OD dies, I get scared for Toronto. As a lot of this Toronto success is going to be on OD. But he does have great supports like Tusk to help set up for his big plays. Now, do you think this is kind of a sketchy?
He's going in, man. He's ready for it.
PA doesn't want to show. I think they want him to think there's two.
Shard's just off the mark.
Sven's the tank.
Yeah,
Sven
pops the shield. In 5 seconds.
Cask is doing a great job holding people off, but there's the God Strength. The Desolator's on him. No crits from PA, so the next person she goes on is probably going to get exploded. It looks like they're going to mount an offense on the tier 3 mid. They have great auras. They have Drum. They have Vladimir's.
Hey,
they have.
Do you see bot lane right now? Do you see where it is?
Oh my God, Magnus Carlson. This is what you need to be doing when you're not a big farmer. Now, Undying of all heroes is the one to go back. I don't know if this is going to repel them, but we're going to see PA actually gets her TP off. No, PA gets caught. PA gets caught. OD is going to turn around and rip her apart. Tusk is here too. There's the snowball, keeping them on top. Walrus Punch on the mark.
That is definitely a crash and burn. Really good play by Red Eyes. He gets a great vac, cancels the TP, and really this is all thanks to Monkey King. Monkey King just stayed bottom. I don't know if you saw, he actually just stayed on the trees for the...
Dude, no one's scared of the Undying.
Yeah, he just stayed there on the trees for about 2 waves, kept just pouncing back out to clear it, and then just suddenly the wave's at your tower. In top lane, Medusa, she has to pop... Yep, there it is. There's the gaze.
She's going to run away. The snowball's going. Darkseer's brought in with it. We're going to see a Soulbind come out. It doesn't get the OD, but Darkseer and... Tusk are silenced up, and there's a big bad zombie there. The Inkswell will finish them off. A double kill for Grimthroat.
Monkey King just got hit by a zombie.
And his smoke gets broken. An item was just delivered. He has a Diffusal Blade. Now we're going to see a blink in from Sven, a Stormhammer on the Witch Doctor, but a Boundless Strike. He's going to keep Witch Doctor alive a little bit longer. No! Oh my God, he gets chopped and he gets shot. Sven kind of wants to keep going. No, he's going to decide to go mid.
Tombstone on death picked up there from the Undying.
Yes.
Pretty good.
That's it.
Granted, he hasn't really been dying lately. So what's going on there?
Yeah, why aren't you dying enough?
Ice Turtle setting up top. No ult on Medusa. He might
Ice Turtle is a player, man. Dude, Medusa just gets chased. Medusa has 3 levels on this guy. They don't have the vision, do they? Oh, they're going to do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, he just stole 36 intellect. Medusa has her 700 mana shield, so she's still sitting on 2,000 mana despite just losing like at least 20.
Mm-hmm. And OD actually didn't do as much damage as I expected him to do, and I think Medusa might have noticed that as well and is feeling pretty good.
Mana shield's pretty good at reducing that damage.
Check out the net worth, Ricky. There's a face there, 2nd place right now, who I'm not sure we're used to seeing him that high on the charts.
Yeah, this guy was pretty low before, but he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's just sitting bottom, pushing the lane, keeping it kind of in the face of Santa Cruz. And
Oh,
he
Monkey King
goes on
actually
Foxy.
finds VP. There's the first tombstone. He's trying to stay alive. Bound the strike. Second tombstone. There are a ton of zombies. He gets
He's
a toast
in so
up.
much trouble.
Snake seals his mana. He's silenced. Oh my god, are you trading for the Undying? Medusa's farming the wave and killing you at the same time. You're in such a bad spot.
This is
That's
all
a dangerous
Poxy
snake.
wants, right? I mean, that's...
Undying is smiling right now.
I mean, you gotta be happy about that.
Ooh, an Ice Turtle actually finds
Kill
the
the
Sven. Mid lane. Right by Roshan. Now, also check out net worth for PA, man.
Yeah, she's fallen. Like I said, she
Boards
went a
are
fighting
catching
build.
up.
This is not a farming PA. She went Vlad's Deso and then now had to get
And
a
then they
BKB to
didn't do
fight.
anything, yeah.
So
I think,
she's fallen off pretty hard.
yeah. Sven got the cleave, PA got the Vlads.
Oof,
Now
BKB
PA
on Medusa. That's huge.
She already has the Scotty, and what she want next? She wants to get Butterfly.
Guardian Grease finished up on
I like the
Darkseer.
Butterfly.
What's he going next? I don't know.
Does Darkseer need a Blink Dagger this game? Undying, or not Undying. Tusk has one and OD has one. Darkseer probably doesn't. Hey?
Does he need a what?
A Blink Dagger for Darkseer.
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
think
I
he
think
could probably
he's
just
fine on
keep throwing
Surge.
some auras.
He's gonna get AoE Surge soon. You know, he gets it very soon. So I don't think he's too
Yeah.
worried.
Okay. I like it. Well, look at Medusa, dude. This is the first time I think we've seen her cross the river.
Yeah, I mean she's
She's
ooh,
seen-
Tusk finds Grimstroke.
Oh,
He's
in the
actually
mid lane,
one in
I see
trouble.
one tombstone. Tusk gets slowed by the Stroke of Fate. They're going to keep chasing. There's the Soulbind. A cast comes out, and OD is ready to dish out the damage, but the triple dagger from PA rips everybody up. The Wukong's command is not scaring Sven because he has his BKB, but the Boundless Strike
Ooh,
kills
a
Grimstroke.
snipe.
Now, Sven is separated from the rest of his team, chasing Undying off in the side, and now Monkey King's going to beat him down. Sven's BKB goes down. He uses Stormhammer, tries to run away, but all three cores are on his back. Jingju is up. BKB popped on OD, and the slow on Sven. Sven might make it out, and on the backside, the Scotty rips up the OD. Buyback on Witch Doctor. He throws the cask, but he does it just to watch his Darkseer die. Yes, he gets caught out. Witch Doctor manages to stay alive, but everyone else is dead. Monkey King and Botback Witch Doctor, the only survivors after what looked to be a good fight for Toronto, prior to PA throwing daggers and critting everyone, killing them in about 3 seconds.
Yep. So, despite PA not having a lot of farm, right, the triple dagger is pretty insane. But the reason that fight went so well is because they just picked up BKBs on both Medusa and PA. Sven also has his. So,
Yep.
OD never really stole a lot of intellect in that fight. And when he goes to drop the
He's
hammer...
the damage dealer.
Yeah, when he went to go drop the hammer, the only person who got hit by it was Undying, which, like, he
Ugh.
doesn't care.
Yeah, he just wants to drop another tombstone.
Yeah.
He was helping out. OD was helping out the Undying.
So that was
That
interesting.
fight went very well for Santa Cruz. Now,
Yeah.
while the Blink Daggers are down, just kidding, they're already all back up. Yeah, Santa Cruz is ready to rock, and I think they're ready to roll, Ricky. And they also
Oh,
just hit a
great
scan.
there. They don't have any vision, but they know they're coming, so they are immediately
But our
back.
boy Monkey King, Ricky, our boy Monkey King, he's doing what he does, but we're gonna see what's going on just yet top. Monkey King gets pinged out. Darkseer's desperately trying to push mid, so a rotation from Santa Cruz to catch a player from Toronto and allow them to get into the base. Deuce is the one to port back. So now Toronto knows there's no Medusa. It looks like Toronto might want to engage. Everyone is teleporting to the shrine. There is an... what happened to this? Oh, Sven blinked out, but the snowball goes down on him. Tusk and OD are on the back line, forced to pop their BKB. PA blinks out,
No
but
wall
Sven is going to get caught there in between everyone. He's going to try and TP out. Let's go, let's go. He gets it out. Oh my god,
So
I thought he was going
close.
to make it.
There's a lot of physical damage. Look at Monkey King now. What happened? He has MKB, Diffusal, Sanjanyasha.
He had, well, actually, Ricky, he was started off with Monkey King Bar if you look at his model. No, he is doing a fantastic job. Top farmer on his team, 2,000 above OD and behind Medusa. And speaking
this
of
AoE
OD, that's
surge.
Aegis.
Gosh, it's so
Love it.
good.
It's fun. It's just a fun spell. It's like one of those,
So
like,
good.
not only is it good, it's good in a fun way.
Ooh,
Oh,
he
no,
finds the
Undying.
Undying in mid lane.
He's very quick.
He can get
Holy
this.
cow.
He can get this.
Steal the end. Oh my god, he's so tanky that he's getting just tons and tons of int. Don't drop the tombstone.
That is all you want. 32,
32
intellect.
int. Oh, baby. And are they in a position? They have Aegis, they have all
Medusa?
5 alive.
Medusa's going
Sven is
MKB,
down.
actually. I think she needs to because of OD, but Monkey King doesn't care. The
Uh-oh.
Surge! Actually, she just lost so much mana from that.
Oh no, she's in good shape.
No, I mean OD did. He got
Oh,
the
yeah,
snake,
yeah.
and look at OD's mana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Snake
He
is
got.
actually so
She
good
has the
against
talent,
them.
doesn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah. She
it's
went the talent.
55% of his mana.
Now look at Medusa. Look how cocky she is farming this, knowing that there's a buyback on Undying.
This is what I was talking about. Their ability to push high ground is so hard, like
Oh,
so bad.
yeah.
Because not only
Benbird.
is
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying,
I'm
not
loving
only
what
is
you're
the
saying.
only one who actually hits the tower is Monkey King, but you're doing it against a Medusa.
Well, they do have, like, if they can drop the Wukong's command on a tower, that I think that's their only opening. Or they go when everyone on UCS is dead, which is, you know, an opening that works for any team lineup. But Benbird is just like, he's right in their face because PA can get in the fight, and Sven can get in the fight to back Medusa up very easily. It's difficult for them to jump on her, especially because I think like Tusk might have to initiate and just be the sacrificial lamb because they don't want to have like a Monkey King or Darkseer go in and get counter initiated on.
So smoke up here from Santa Cruz. Undying just kind of trying to push out the lane, but they're seeing if they can find anyone in their own jungle. But Toronto, I think maybe knows this is happening. They're sitting really far back. That scan there makes me think that they were expecting a
Dude,
smoke.
Undying is just being the man right now. He is so expendable and he knows it. Yes, dude, just let them start a fight with you. No, they'd rather fight in their base. Santa Cruz would rather fight in their base. But this is Undying, man. A Monkey King finds him. He starts the fight. He has the Iron Shot. Actually, doesn't put the tomb on the high ground. And Undying is gone. 2 tombstones. Look, his team even pings it. You should have put it up there.
Did they? Is that what that was going?
Yeah,
Well,
Grimstroke
put on
pinged
high
it
ground
after he
next time.
died. Pinged the high ground.
Man, this
Well,
is rough.
farming-
Well,
farming
you got
jungle.
25, level 25 on the Monkey King, which is huge.
Oh
That extra
my
command
God.
ring is what you need to take the high ground.
Yes.
So if we take a look at
Yes.
hero level here, Monkey King Medusa, the only 2, so she has a split shot modifiers. OD gonna be the next one. So he's mostly gonna pick up the Arcane Orb duration.
And think about it. It's how good Scotty is with that 25 talent. But is Scotty that good when you have AoE Surge? Because that's the modifier. That's her only modifier, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good.
I mean, yes, of course. There's the attack speed element too, obviously.
Mid lane?
But
I
AoE
don't
Surge
know.
is actually pretty strong against that. It's not like she's going to get the other talent too. That's not what I'm arguing. There's no need for that much AoE. There's no summons except for the Helm of the Dominator.
Ice Turtle. Ooh, been a little aggressive here. They do see him with the Ward of the Jungle, but it's gonna get dewarded right now, so he's okay with that.
Now Tusk level 20. What's he pick up? Neither of those talents seem too great, kind of for his role.
I'm
I
pretty
guess.
sure the snowball speed. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure snowball speed is really good.
See, he just wants to get on top of people.
And also, if you think about it, makes your snowball distance even more. So for heroes
Much
that are
farther.
running away and stuff, you're almost guaranteed to get them. He's actually gonna get found by the Sven here.
Uh-oh,
Ooh, gets
Sven.
the
Oh,
blink.
great
Ooh,
blink,
but
but Sven
blink-
has the follow-up blink. Stormhammer and Godstrength, they're going to start chopping up. He is tanky with the Desolator and a PA on his back. 300 speed. Look how fast he's going to get to the screen. Boom! He's going to get a speeding ticket. And punishment, death. Well, Tusk is
You heard it
gone.
here,
Let's see if
folks. Look
the...
out. Drive safe.
Right? Seatbelts, please.
So he does have a halberd. I really like the halberd pickup because you do need to use it against this PA. The problem is that PA can
not
always just crit you with a dagger, which is pretty unfortunate.
Yes. And...
This game is looking pretty good.
I
think-
actually just got disconnected from our game here, Ricky.
Oof, that's not good.
Not good at all. But if you want to take it away here,
Yeah,
let me see what I
I'll
can do.
play by play. That's fine. I'll do what I can here. It just looks like Sven trying to see what he can find here. Magnus Carlson going to leap up to the high ground. Yeah, let me know when you get back in. I'll give you our timestamp. Overall, I think they need to get... Yeah, they're just going to go for some D-wards here. Oops, Sven actually does find the Witch Doctor. He is under a sentry, though. We'll be fine. Monkey King comes in. Just going to disengage. This AoE Surge is amazing. You just go in and out of fights like it's nothing. PA does find an Arcane Room, though. And the taunt, man. That taunt is so frustrating. Monkey King does
Hit
find
me
a double
with that
damage
time.
bottom.
I know it's time for Dota, but what time is it in game?
42, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 42, 30. You good?
And my friend.
You with us?
What you at again?
42, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Hit me, hit 42.55. Give me a nice little sound effect, and I'll hit that button.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
OD gets a hex! He gets a hex onto Undying, but it doesn't matter. It is almost 42.55. Blong! It's 42.55.
Nice, I knew as soon as
base.
you Blong, we're gonna get a storm action on
BKB.
BKB, but is he gonna get anything off? No, he just gets obliterated. Walrus Punch trying to buy some time, and now the Snowball. Look at this assault from the Slugs. No one could get anywhere. The Inkswell is gonna stop Witch Doctor's teleport out, and a very deadly Santa Cruz team going to be in pursuit. Sven sees the Tusk. Tusk has Blink in 6. There's the Stormhammer. No way to dodge it. God Strength is popped. The dagger is thrown, and stunned is Sven, or a Ghost Scepter. That's kind of fun, but he is silenced. He's got no follow-up. Stormhammer is dropped, and so is Tusk.
Oh man, that is rough.
Actually, check out the AoE Surge to push the mid-wave in super fast.
I was just looking at that.
That was very cool.
I don't know how you deal with Santa Cruz's lineup anymore as Toronto. I don't think you can fight into them at this point. There's too much control coming out.
Yeah, Monkey King BKB'd and didn't even get a cast Wukong's command.
Yeah, he BKB'd and just
Darkseer?
died to PA.
Surge?
Like, PA Medusa just shred them. There's nothing he can do. The only other option is to go the 100 armor in Wukong's command, but you still have to get Wukong's command off.
Yeah, that was a flaw in his play there. Is he died so fast he couldn't even get his ult off.
And he popped BKB too. Like, he immediately popped BKB. Ooh,
That
hex
was a
from the
great
OD
BKB.
finds the Sven in the mid lane. Sven's taking so much damage here and gets astraled, but that's some intellect for OD, and he does have the steal duration. So
Are they gonna go?
attack is
Sven might
very
go. Sven might go. He has Blink. Ooh! And he has a Stormhammer to follow up the Hex. There is a Darkseer, but he's not going to be able to do anything. All the BKBs are popped. And OD, just like Monkey King dies after popping it, PA is going to make a little bit of space for his team to beat down this tower, and the tower just melts. Now, with Medusa being the only BKB up, oh, Sven has a God Strength. Great vacuum wall, but is there any follow-up? Here comes Monkey King. He has the BKB. Here's the Wukong's command. Medusa's going to BKB and Stonegaze right in the middle of it, and she's just going to back out. Sven is on the top side, getting Walrus punched up and disarmed. Sven is in a bit of a dangerous position. Are they going to be able to get him, though?
I think they got him.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to take him out. But on the backside, actually, PA's just going to TP out in front of everyone. Grimstroke's out. They traded a Sven for an OD BKB charge and OD life.
They also lost their melee racks.
Oh, and the melee racks did actually go down.
Yeah.
And Sven is buyback. What's our Roshan looking tricky? Looks like he's just casually waiting for someone to
I
come
mean,
blame his
Darkseer
pressure.
sees it, so he knows it's there. That fight was actually kind of sloppy for Toronto.
Yes. They well the vac wall was like I was like ready to like jump out of my chair and cheer, and then it was like vacuum wall.
Not so much.
And then the monkey leaps in.
Yeah, and you needed like back wall into Boundless Strike, and then into
just
the
another follow up. Yeah.
just something to keep them there, so that they don't just walk out of Wukong's command. And that's pretty much what happened, right? Like 3 of them just walked out. But I will say the hex on Grimstroke there was a huge reveal because it caught OD off. He didn't get to BKB. It's just that cast range talent plus the Aether Lens. He just gets a super huge hex.
And it also helped PA blink out at the end. And we're gonna see Roshan. Was there a double damage rune, or am I going crazy?
Nope, double damage.
No, PA has it.
Yeah, PA has it.
Oh my man, level 20 talent on Undying. What's he got? +5 tombstone tax. Look at him, he is the bait. There is a cast wasted. Odie's getting a lot of int. The Soulbind links up both their carries, and they are getting crit up. But a Wukong command comes out, a Crimson Guard is popped, and Tusk is there to try and turn this one around. We have Undying go down, and PA is taken out. Medusa's extremely low with no mana. They don't have an Aegis. Medusa's taken out. She has a buyback, but she doesn't have a lot of people to support if she comes back in. All 5 heroes on Toronto are alive, and it looks like after they claim this fight, they are going to claim Roshan.
Oh
Roshan is down. What are we working with here?
That wall was so good.
That's the wall we were looking for last fight.
It spawned the Medusa illusion and the PA illusion, and they just sat there attacking throughout the whole fight. OD was able to get out before dying, and they got like I guess PA went a little bit too far, right? A little bit too greedy, dove in too far, and died. And that's a really good fight for Toronto.
Yeah. The Soulbind was such a looked amazing, right? With the double dagger throw too, it did an insane amount of damage right out the gate, and then right after that, Toronto was like, nah, it's our turn. Let's drop the wall, drop the hammer, and then drop your team. So, who do you think is currently winning in this game right now? It's so back and forth.
I mean, Toronto now has a 10,000 gold lead.
They got the Roshan bounty as well.
I'm still not going to change my theory, which is pushing high ground against Santa Cruz will be impossible. So we'll see what happens.
It's going to be buybacks
This
or
is their
lane.
best chance for sure.
Do you think they just let them take the lane to hold on to buybacks?
I think they let them take it. Because the thing is, you don't really want to expend the Medusa's
Storm
buyback here.
Yeah. Yeah, because that means they just need to win one more fight.
Because you also have the mid melee on the other side.
Stormhammer Blink, nice job, Sven. Actually, a lot of damage being done to Magnus Carlsen, however, he is being healed.
Yeah, so they don't spend any buybacks. They get the melee racks, but all that really does is just equalize the lane, and that's about it.
Oh, Darkseer 25 now.
Wait, is he really? Is that the 600?
Double
Oh,
wall.
parallel walls. Oh my god.
Were you thinking he's still... he doesn't have his karate chop anymore, wasn't it? Oh, here we go. We're going to have a fight. What the heck? He's going to get put onto Undying, and he is taken out. The tombstone is dropped. A Soul Link, but there is the parallel wall vacuum inside of the Wukong's command. Medusa's trying to put out as much damage as he can, but Santa Cruz is getting absolutely melted, stacking up on top of the wall. What is going on? Toronto, our unstoppable monkey, gets turned into a pig in between, or right in front of Santa Cruz, who's all bought back, but now Medusa is the pig, surrounded by a bunch of people turned to stone. Daggers are being thrown out from PH. She's looking for a chance to get into this fight, but Santa Cruz is having a hard time committing.
Toronto's going in
going on the Sven. Oh, now Sven is going on the Tusk, and he's chopping him right up. Tusk drops, and Monkey King eats the cheese. He's getting ready to turn around. He's on top of the PA. The hammer is dropped. PA is eliminated with no buyback. A second vacuum comes out, but Tusk, or rather Sven and Medusa are going to chase. There are so many walls here. There's no way you go through that Medusa. Yeah, she backs right out and out.
Does he get the Sven?
Oh my god, OD in the back line is actually unable to get the Sven, and for it, he trades his life. Are they going to get a Monkey King for that? No, thank God he cancels.
Oh my gosh. That's just such a deep dive.
They had it, and then they wanted way more. They bit off way more than they could chew.
Like, you don't need to... Like, you get that amazing fight here. Like, right? Yeah. You get this fight right here.
What a fight.
You transition, you push bot lane immediately. Like, that is what you do. Your waves are already there. It's ready to go. Diving that far into the base is gotta be a pretty big mistake. They lose their Aegis, they lose their cheese. They do force buybacks at least, so they did get a gold advantage off of it. But I feel like that can't be worth it.
Well, yeah, and even look at that. They took that amazing fight exactly, and then there's still a range rack standing mid, and there's still tier 3 standing bottom. So they just went full kill them mode.
Yeah, I mean, Medusa actually
they forgot about the objectives.
Medusa never had to buy back. So let's also not forget, like, Medusa has been farming. She gets kills in the fights, doesn't die, or didn't have to buy back, and she's going rapier now.
She's got the E-Blade.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, she's staying alive. And especially with Tusk, or not, Sven and PA to get in for her. Sven actually is going to go AC. He's only missing the Hyperstone. Sven's level 25 talent, 40 strength when he uses his ult.
This is such an epic game, dude.
Yeah. Gosh, this is crazy. So what are we looking at for overall racks? Both teams are actually
even.
One tier 3 and one melee racks.
Yeah.
However, there's T2s up. So if UCSC wants to win, they have to go for the throne, whereas Toronto actually has all lanes open.
Yeah.
However, I think the next big team fight win will likely conclude our game, except for the all buyback status. Medusa has it. OD has it. Okay, the mid players. The mid players are the last bastion of defense.
Yeah. I mean,
is this Soul coming out? Everyone's grouped up.
What did Tusk go? The Ice Shard's cooldown, so good.
Oh yeah, he can just lock everyone down. And he has a nullifier.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. A nullifier is really important right now. If you can stop like the Medusa or the PA from getting a BKB off in these fights, I think you just win the game.
We're seeing some spells cast mid.
Smoke here, and they are transitioning right onto this.
Okay,
Tusk.
here we go. They're on the high ground. A great Glimmer Cape is going to allow the cast to get out. Sven misses the initiation on Tusk. An Ice Charge is going to separate Medusa from the rest of the team. She is nullified and Walrus Punched and Maledicted and Death Warded and getting hit by OD. The parallel walls come out and Sven doesn't know what he's doing. Now he's getting Death Warded. Pia is trying to get into the fight, but she can't do much. All the BKBs pop and the Wukong's command is out. It looks like Santa Cruz is trying desperately to get into this fight. Actually, they're pushing through it. They don't care. They lose the Grimstroke, but they take out both supports. And look at Medusa's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's hitting absolutely everything. OD is dropped. Buyback on Tusk. Buyback on Darkseer. This fight's not over. But Medusa, finger on the trigger. She does not stop auto-attacking, hitting every single thing around her.
Tusk
PA
killed the
and Tusk
Sven
are
on
down.
background. Tusk just soloed the
Yeah,
Sven.
Medusa's still up, but she has no,
mana, no ult.
Undying has no mana. Tusk
needs
is
to
the
get
scary
this-
player here.
There's the Hex.
A Hex goes out. Uh-oh, Medusa used her E-Blade to save the Undying. I don't know if that's the play because there's going to be a tag team Walrus Punch and a Nullifier. Tusk, the support. The guy who was supposed to have a hard game. The fantastic ganker is doing a great job holding down a Medusa right now. Ooh. Good Hurricane.
Undying
Use
got
300
away.
snowball speed paying off. Dude, Tusk is... Medusa's just biting him now. Let's go. Let's go. There's the disarm. Tusk has
This is
another
an
one. Tusk
epic
has
fight.
Nullifier. Here we go. Here we go. Darkseer's coming in. Third man in.
The
Let's see.
Hex.
Can they kill the Snake Lady? Anyone on Santa Cruz coming in? No, we actually have OD coming in. Now, Undying shows up just to die after Medusa is down, and that's Tombstone Gold too.
Alright, Medusa
Oh
is
my
buying
God.
back.
Medusa bought back.
Alright, okay. Biggest mistake Toronto can make right now is
Tell me.
diving past to kill this Medusa.
They've done it once. Are they going to do it again?
Like, you have a Hex. Alright.
Tusk is here, dude. Tusk is here, and he found the Medusa again. Undying. He drops the first Tombstone. I'm gonna go for it. Everyone, look at the discipline. Everyone, go for it. Sheep the Medusa. Go for the Tombstone. Let's hit buildings, not heroes.
The disarm.
All right, all right.
She pops the
Medusa
BKB, you need to run,
BKB
you
is
need to run.
during the disarm. Now she's hitting everyone with the Scotty, but an AoE surge is gonna negate the movement slow. She does look like she manages to defend. OD's going right back in. Banished up. Okay, let's see. They definitely have ice shards. Do they go for it? Nullifier. Parallel walls right on top of the Medusa. Okay, she's actually not taking too much damage, but she's not
the
dealing enough
satanic.
damage to win this. Actually, with OD out, Medusa might be able to do something. We have a Stone Gaze. Darkseer's retreating. PA is here. PA throws the crits. Oh my god, OD right in front of everything with no buyback. He gets taken out. Now there's a snowball. Medusa is too tanky though. They're going to be able to find a Tusk. Tusk has been doing a great job. Oh my god, he gets slowed. PA is on his tail. There's the surge. Is PA going to chase it? Better late than never. PA shows up to the fight and helps defense, killing OD, who has
Man,
100
that is-
seconds with no buyback.
That was pretty intense. Actually, the Medusa illusion might
Yeah,
get
look at the
range
illusion.
backs.
It got pinged out by Tusk.
You
That's
definitely should have focused on the range racks. That doesn't heal. So they way overstayed their welcome there. They actually can't kill that Medusa with OD not being at max mana. Like,
I mean, Tusk really put up a good fight, though. You got to give him that.
Oh, I agree. Well, I mean, he forced her buyback once, but when that second engagement happens, the OD actually took 2 snakes to the face and wasn't able to maintain damage in the fight. So you don't really want to take like long tail
Oh,
engagements.
Grimstroke has been caught out by Darkseer at the top bounty rune, followed up by Witch Doctor and Monkey King, but there's a double Soulbind after he drops. Now we're going to see a Stormhammer number 1, number 2, Godstrike. Medusa is here now too, throws out the Snake number 1. Oh, I guess it doesn't get Soulbound. Interesting. But PA shows up and completely melts Witch Doctor. This is like the 3rd time he's bought back. And we have a team from Santa Cruz all grouped up. It looks like they want to kill this Tusk. Does he not realize what's going on? There's a blink on top of him. He's stunned up. He's crit. Oh my god, PA.
Wait, Tusk has played so well all
God.
game. That was very questionable.
I mean, what was his play there? He got crit for 2,500 damage.
I
in
mean,
1 second.
he just didn't need to be mid. Like,
Yeah, he
he'd
did not
seen
be
them
there.
that engagement. He just needed to back.
No Tusk, no Undying. Okay, so we have,
mean, this is game. They're
there's
just
no
gonna end
Wukong's command.
Yeah, they're actually just
look
going to
at-
end the game.
Look where Undying's playing too. Down the strike with no follow-up. Maledict with no follow-up. We're going to see Santa Cruz hit the tier 4s. 1 of them down, 2 of them down. There's a vacuum into the double parallel wall, but they're cleaving through the illusions and going for the base. Medusa hits the Stone Gaze. Sven hits the Stormhammer. They want the objectives.
Medusa's
Unlike
just looking at the
Toronto,
base. That's it.
Santa Cruz hits the buildings when they're in the base, and that is why we're looking at a sexy, slithery, slimy slug victory, Ricky.
That was so crazy, dude. What a game.
This is the Collegiate Star League 2019 Winter Invitational. Welcome to Dota, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely wild.
That was amazing. That game was really back and forth for a while. I think Toronto got a little ahead of themselves. But, I mean, Santa Cruz just played that really well under pressure. Like, there was a lot of times in that game where I think most teams might have crumbled, but I mean that's just them showing why they're top of their division and why they're here in the Invitational.
Yeah, exactly. That is, I agree completely. They knew they were stronger late. They took it late. They won it late. There were mistakes made from both teams. On the flip side, there were fantastic plays made from both teams. We discussed Tusk was going to have a difficult game. Nope. GGW does not listen to that. No, he's my favorite player right now. Man, he is the man. I don't know, Ricky. I don't have anything else to say. We've been talking about it for a while now. I think we should get into game 2 unless you have some closing thoughts.
No, I mean, well played by both. Composure by Santa Cruz.
I felt like 5. Time flies when I'm with you.
That was nuts.
Good Dota.
We're going to go into game number 2 here in just a few moments, so please enjoy the break, and we'll see you on the flip side.
See you guys soon.
There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face. There's no truth in these dreams I chase. Out of sight, I still see your face. Even though things fall into place, can't deny I still see your face.
Gotta love it when we get to share music from our favorite labels. That was Son Holo, found on Bitbird. And next up, in our Instinct Spotlight, here's brand new Conroe with Take Me There.
When times are down, you know I'll be with you. Yeah, times are rough, this time I see it too. All this bullshit bullshit drama I can see right through. Everybody wants something they can't have, so they gon' put it on you. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there. Over the ocean, I can see us there. Let's run away and be forever young. We'll catch the sun where there's no need to run. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there. 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 I see you, and you see me too. We may be broke, but we see the truth. All this bullshit drama I can see right through. Everybody wants something they can't have, so they gon' put it on you. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there. Over the ocean, I can.
What up, everyone? We're back.
Hello,
Game-
game 2.
Game 2 between the slithery, slimy, sexy slugs and the University of Toronto underdogs.
Super underdogs now, down again.
Yeah, this is their name is definitely kicking in here. Some value points on the name.
Respect bands, Tusk, and Darkseer, very first.
Dire team back.
And our boy Undying, there's a Grimstroke. Beastmaster, come on, are we gonna see this hero? Ever?
Radiant
Like, I just want to see him. It's like he's become like a thing of legend because he's just been banned in the first phase.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every single match.
Maybe every team is just really good at playing with him.
Or maybe every team is just so scared.
Yeah.
I don't even maybe they don't even know if he's good anymore.
Is that like one of these days we'll see him? I think his hawks are actually so busted that you have to ban him.
Well, I think there's a lot of aspects of him that are very powerful. So there's your hero, Lich. Oh, are we going to see my hero? Guess who's not banned?
I'm telling you, your hero is getting picked. It was Respect first banned last game. I guarantee you, Toronto will pick it up.
Let's go, Carlo Spirit. I mean, Earth Spirit. Let's go. So Tusk and Dazzle, Lich and Dazzle. Dazzle can go core or support, although in the first pick, it's more likely he'll be support.
Dude, the Lich
There's
Jug,
there
man.
you love this lane, and so do the players,
Dude,
man.
it's so freaking good. It is. You shouldn't be able to ice armor a magic immune target. I'm just.
I
Gonna
was
point
just
that
gonna
out
say
there.
that's kind of crazy.
It's pretty
So
stupid.
can you cast Ice Armor after he's magic immune, or do you have to cast it beforehand?
I think you cast it beforehand, but it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter. It's so good.
10
yeah.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
This is like the old school like Shadow Shaman Jug lineup. Remember, like CM Jug, like Shadow Shaman Jug. This is just a better version of it because Lich can just attack you while doing it, and he's way better at trading than CM, and he doesn't have to stand still like Shadow Shaman. Like it's just
Shadow Shaman. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just the best version of that matchup ever.
Yeah, it's it's the evolution of the lane, and this is where we're at. This is the alpha dog, the alpha predator, top of the food chain. I was gonna say actually that was the first time like I had ever the first lane where someone's like, "This is a good lane, Juggernaut Shadow Shaman," and I was just like, when it clicks and you're like in like the really like bad like noob queue, and you're like, "Oh my god, he holds them while he spins on them."
What?
That's so smart. But I like to say that was actually it was Swiftblade Polywog Priest. It was back in the Han days.
Oh my god.
So that's what it
Bring
was.
it back, please.
To the old Polywog Priest model, the goofy one that's
Yeah.
really sick.
Yeah, shout out to the Han players in the world.
Let's go. What do we got?
Dude,
Ooh,
there it is.
Ricky!
There it is.
They heard.
I was like, there's no way it's not getting picked.
My man.
You don't first phase ban, or not even first phase, you don't first ban an Earth Spirit unless someone plays it.
So, I'm going to assume our boy GGW is picking that for himself. He was
gotta
the
be,
position 4. I'm excited. He did some serious work on Tusk. I want to see what he can do on my Rockman.
5 seconds.
But Juggernaut Lich, I mean, I don't care that Dazzle's one of the best heroes in the game. I don't care. Well, obviously I do care, but that Earth Spirit is dear to my heart. The Lich Juggernaut opener, Ricky, that's one of the scariest openers in the game right now,
Yeah,
in
it's
my
pretty
opinion.
insane. The only way it can be better is if you get Lich Grimstroke, and then you still get to pick Juggernaut.
Well, do you want Lich? I've actually played against quite a few teams that go for the Lich Grimstroke, and it seems really good on paper, but they just kind of crumble because it's more of like you just kind of run over them, and they don't have the hard stun. I mean, obviously you can see, like the Lich alt into Soulbind. Duh, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah. I think if you're losing with Lich Grimstroke, it's because you didn't pick the right cores.
Yes.
Like
because those are two great supports. No one's gonna argue that.
Both supports are amazing. They don't have a hard disable. They do have a hard disable. They have Gaze and they have Inkswell, but they're not like super long duration. I think Gaze is better now than people anticipated. Tiny what?
Hello, he's been seeing some play. I saw Evil Geniuses pick them when they got O2'd by VP.
Yikes.
This
is interesting. I don't think I've seen Tiny enough. I feel like he's still pretty decent, or at least he's got to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
But I think Tiny's so dependent on his matchup right now that if he has a bad lane, it's not going to be that good for him.
I'm feeling the Plague Rider, Swiftblade, Pebbles pickup.
Ursa,
hello.
Okay.
Man, Ursa's tiny little legs always crack me up when he gets
Yeah.
picked.
I'm gonna say right now, Slugs win this game.
Really?
Yeah.
You hate Ursa that much?
I think Ursa's worst, 3 of the worst heroes in the game. I don't
Why
think
do you
he's
say
playable.
that?
He doesn't do anything that like any other carry can do.
Yeah. What if he's a position 3 though? He saw a lot of time being played as position 3 prior to 7.20.
I mean, he loses his lane almost every time.
Okay, and they have to deal with slows from Lich. Lich has 2 slows and a lockdown.
I think they're trying to put this against the Tiny. Maybe that's their response. Like, hey, we'll put Tiny against Ursa, or we'll put Ursa against the Tiny. It's just like on paper, like melee versus melee, right? It's the same idea with Monkey King versus. It doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah. Wow. I guess I haven't seen like very many Ursas since 7.20, which is quite old now. But
Oh my god,
I don't know if he's completely unplayable. I do see he does play a very different style than the offlaners we have been seeing though.
I think
Dark Willow with Lich, so that's still. I guess they have some hard their lockdown's a little bit funky, but they do have lockdown.
Double Crown is pretty funny actually.
Oh, that is kind of cool. I like that.
Death Prophet's good. If this is a tiny mid, Death Prophet's not terrible, but Death Prophet's one of those heroes that like does well with sustain damage, and Tiny's actually bursty. So if Tiny does get on top of Death Prophet can die. Actually, pretty
okay.
easily.
Riddle me this, Ricky. Death Prophet is essentially an embodiment of a Death Ball. She loves grouping up with her team and pushing whenever she has her exorcism up.
Yep.
The off lane, I'm assuming ours is a 3, but he could be a 1. The off laners that are in this meta are all heroes that build group up items and group up. In what? It's just kind of now you got me questioning the Ursa because it's throwing me off.
That's what I'm telling you. This
like,
Ursa doesn't.
Why would you
offer
pick a group
anything
up
in this
hero if
patch.
you want Death Prophet?
I don't know.
Like every offlaner would be great with Death
this
Prophet,
has to be
actually.
a carry Ursa. It is definitely a one position Ursa.
Okay, so Dazzle Ursas. That seems
I
like
bet you this is a
that's
carry
a tough
Ursa,
lane.
and this Willow you might run as a 3 if it's carry Ursa.
Okay.
I don't think they will. I'm just saying you can. The reason Ursa is so weak in lane now is the nerfs to his level 1 and his abilities, right? Like, Earthshock now does 20 damage to creeps, which is so bad that you can't actually last.
So it does different damage to creeps and heroes?
No, they reduced its damage at level 1, and after magic resistance, it only does 20 damage to creeps. So you can't even reliably last at creeps with it like you used to be able to. So
Ursa is one of those heroes that I've just like actually hardly ever touched. Like we're talking potentially single-digit amount of games on.
I used to play this hero a lot, and then when I saw this patch, I was like, "There's no way you can play this hero in lane now." Like he's always gonna be like a niche pick, I think now. In certain situations, you're like, he's very good in this game specifically. It's like, all right, then you can pick Ursa. But I don't think you can just third pick him in a game where he's not even that good to begin with.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
He gets kited so hard by Lich. Juggernaut doesn't care about him. He just Omni Slashes or runs. And Tiny's got stuns. This is going to be a rough Ursa game.
Yeah, and then, even Terrorizes just takes him right out.
Yeah. I think
the last thing he wants to do is run away from someone.
This game.
I think we're missing lockdown for Ursa, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just going to run in circles.
But the Earth Spirit stun did get buffed. Or not stun. Well, the stun got wrecked. The slow got buffed.
Yeah, dude, watch me eat my words this game and Ursa actually own.
It just goes off. They have a plan. They're ready for it.
If this actually happens, quote me. I don't care. Put it on Reddit.
I feel like Ice Armor is great against Ursa, though.
You feel like what?
Ice Armor is just a fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Lich is so good against Ursa now. Like, I don't know how you deal with it.
All right, so what are we going in? Tidehunter's banned out. So they go. UC also. Oh, Animage. Whoa.
Okay, so you're right. It is an offlane Ursa.
Okay.
So Ursa
I was gonna say they banned out an offlaner.
What?
Yeah, Ursa into Jug Lich.
That sounds pretty awful.
Let's see what they do. Night Stalker.
Holy crap! I actually haven't seen Night Stalker once.
But Night Stalker seems like not a good pick against Ursa. Night Stalker doesn't care about getting jumped on by.
Not really. Spirit, if it's nighttime, he silences and provides miss. So it's pretty good. Actually. And with the change to Ursa, Overpower loses charges as you miss now.
Wait,
in the past it didn't.
When did that change happen?
That was in this last patch.
Oh my god, dude!
They dumpstered this hero. This guy is not like Ursa is not a good hero anymore.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk cosmetics. Toronto.
I gotta give it to Slugs because they got the lipstick tube.
Because they have cosmetics.
Yeah, they have a giant lipstick tube, and you've got the level 3 Juggernaut. In case you were wondering.
Yeah, the level 3 Juggernaut. Hell yeah!
This is Dota chest still, right? Level 3
right?
Jug.
I love it, dude. Ursa was so embarrassed no one had cosmetics. He just found a skull on the floor and brought it to battle. There's not even on Animage, man. There's come on, Toronto. You're better than this.
This is interesting, man.
All right. Make your call very quickly. You hate Ursa. Or are you just going with?
I'm 100% Slugs. Slugs pre 30 minutes. I don't think there's any way that they
I'm sorry to inform you that underdogs are going to crush. Ursa is going to go off. Earth Spirit is going to hit every spell, and Animage is going to ruin the game for everyone by just never hitting heroes until he has all of his items and just split pushing lanes. And that's the way it's going to go, Ricky.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I suppose.
So Toronto on Radiant, Santa Cruz on Dire.
Well, both teams on the same side, and like you predicted, we got GG here on the Earth Spirit. We've got Magnus Carlson previously on the Monkey King going mid lane on the Death Prophet.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Ice Turtle swapping him going Anti-Mage in the safe lane, and Zulolor on Dazzle in the off lane. Red Eyes playing the Ursa. Now, Red Eyes did have an amazing game last game, so maybe he can do something on this Ursa that we haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll
he's
find
got
out.
to do something on this Ursa. Now, my boy Undying, keeping it to the undead heroes. Poxy, going to be playing Lich. Ben Bird, who is the Medusa, playing Tiny. Does that mean it's a Tiny mid?
Yeah,
he has wards. Oh yeah, he has a hatchet too. Okay. Gaki Love is going to be ripping it up on Dark Willow. Babag on Night Stalker, a hero that I love to see and we rarely see. And then Juggernaut, level 3, being played by Iroha.
Can we just refer to him the rest of the game as Juggernaut level 3?
And Juggernaut level 3 is going in. Yeah, let's do it.
So...
Look at all the wings in bottom lane
there's
from
a lot of wings here.
Santa Cruz.
I think lane-wise, this pretty heavily favors...
the maze, dude. The Pebble maze hits nobody.
Ice Turtle just played that so well, actually.
Dude, how do you can't fight? You can't fight into Poison Touch and Mana Break right now. But top lane, we're gonna see a spin with an Ice Armor on top of the Ursa. Ricky,
he's
oh
just
no,
dead.
it started, dude. It started. There's the
stun.
stun from Ursa Spirit. Okay, Ursa's safe, but that's definitely a fight win.
So
Dude, look
they
at
get
Santa
3
Cruz commits
runes.
nothing.
They got 3 runes. I mean, that's good. All right.
Go.
I'd say overall, this top lane is super heavily favored for Santa Cruz. I
Yes.
don't understand how
I'm not gonna argue
either
that.
of these heroes can.
How does he have a level 3 Juggernaut this early into the game?
No. That's busted. Wow.
That's O.
He's gonna get the D ward on the high ground there. Look at that hatchet incoming. Is he gonna get
Let's
it?
go, let's go.
Long?
Is he gonna get it?
Good
Yeah.
buy. Oh, he actually eats it instead. That's
Ooh,
fine.
good play.
Regen.
Now, the Ice Armor comes out again top, and now this time, Earth Spirit's the one in trouble. Juggernaut doesn't want to miss. Oh, Ursa actually gets a CS for that. Okay. Getting a little aggressive here, Santa Cruz. Take a breath.
This Night Stalker pick is really interesting. He's not a hero that we've seen a lot, almost at all, really. He's super tanky, right? So he's very difficult to deal with. They didn't nerf his abilities during daytime, but as soon as it becomes nighttime, he is pretty strong, and especially with the nighttime change being on the 5-minute mark, correct?
4 or 5 minutes, yes.
Yeah. So
One thing to
that's
point
quite
out with
different.
Night Stalker here is, they didn't necessarily nerf his daytime spells recently, but they did in the past. He's much less effective during the day. However, with no mana, so when Anti-Mage burns all his mana, Night Stalker is actually very scary because he's 5 armor, 65 damage, 760 HP. He only takes damage when he has mana to burn. After his mana's been burned, he can just fight people.
Yeah, he just clicks you.
Yeah, like he has much better stats than Anti-Mage. So he's just gonna man fight Anti-Mage and not rely on his mana. He's probably gonna put his next few points into Hunter in the Night because I expect him to spend this whole lane out of mana.
Dude, this mid lane's gonna be a snowball. Benbird's gonna crush this lane. I'm like thinking back to times I've played this matchup, and I'm like pretty positive Tiny crushes this lane, like pretty heavily.
9-9 to 3-0. Yes. Just a casual 6 times. Yes.
Because like he doesn't get harassed out too bad by the Death Prophet, and he's a natural bottle pickup as well. So
Yeah.
he doesn't really care like getting harassed out. Bot lane though, Dark Willow's taking a lot of damage. No blink
Is she in a
left.
dangerous spot? Ice Turtle's gonna. Nah, they're gonna go back. And so what's how are there so many creeps top or from Toronto? With the ice armor, I would have assumed Santa
They
Cruz would be
pulled it, I think. I think they pulled, and then Earth Spirit responded by trying to pull as well, but it didn't work.
Yeah, because this seems like they can definitely just abuse ice armor if they're going to play the game right here. The lane positioning seems super important for Lich now since he pushes
Tiny
the wave
got
when he
double damage, too.
spells. Oh god, 90 plus 90. Let's go. Go smack some people.
Oh, dude, you're feeling.
All right,
really
we
bad
have
if
some
you're
pings
Death
coming
Prophet.
out top. Ursa's chasing down the Lich. Ice armor spin on the jug. Okay, Ursa. Good attempt. She's actually just going to fight through the spin. Stun comes out, hits Juggernaut. Great timing. Juggernaut's taking a bit of damage. Ursa's taking a lot of damage. There's a Frost Blast coming up. Oh my god, he turned around. Why did he...
Okay, I thought for sure he was out, so I looked bottom for a sec because they were starting to fight again.
Yeah,
and
he
then just
turned around.
My
And he
bad.
turned around and went back in range. But bottom lane, look at Gaki Love under tower. No one has mana. Animage has lost his damage, but Dazzle comes in with the Poison Touch, and it looks like they're going to refresh it a couple times. It's not going to be enough to take Night Stalker out, but both players on Santa Cruz are looking for a shrine that's not up for another minute and a half.
So Lich got first blood, which means he gets boots, some wards and stuff. He's pretty happy.
Very happy.
Dark Realm, just kind of escape bottom. We'll just put a little bit of harass damage on Anti-Mage.
No regen on Dark Willow. I think Dark Willow has to go home now.
Yeah,
Not
she
doing
does.
anything here.
Benbird,
So-
if he gets a good
Actually, top lane
toss-
again. Ursa.
God, he's
The Earth Spirit missed his stun. He had a great job timing his roll last time, but his slow. Stun last time was timed great. Slow this time was
That's
a little.
miss. Oh, it didn't.
Slow this time was a little early. Didn't hit the Juggernaut. Ursa died. And now
Dark
Ursa-
Willow bottom. I think she should die here. Blink on Anti-Mage. Yep, one more.
There it
time
is.
to
I think she should have went home a minute ago.
Yeah, I think you were right. She needed to leave.
Not doing anything. No mana is fine on the Night Stalker, but
Bottle coming out on this Tiny, and there is a haste rune top. He does
Oh,
see
yes.
it. The Death Prophet does not. So that's pretty big. if you can
Astrian
get
Soul
that
Ring. He's not going to be able to gank right now with it, I don't believe, because this is where the lane is. But if Toronto pushes out top, I could expect. Actually, do you think he would take a top haste rune and gank bottom lane,
Yeah,
or do
I
you think
would.
he just keeps dominating?
I think you dive Death Prophet. I'm like pretty sure you actually just dive Death.
Oh,
Prophet
you just
right
go
now and
Death
kill her.
Prophet. You don't even go to a different lane.
Yeah, I mean, he kills her. He just he got tree, and you just okay. It's
Actually,
bottom.
we're going to see a spin and an Ursa man fight top. Without the supports, Ursa actually has the advantage
Oh,
here. But
tiny
speaking of
top,
supports,
yeah,
we're going to
Ursa.
see Oh, Tiny, hello. A stone man killing a stone man. We're gonna get a double
He's
bounty.
wrapping around, is he?
He's gonna get the rune and get all the regen.
That feels
Now,
good.
bottom lane, we're gonna see a bounty fight. Dazzle picks up one, Animage picks up the other. Okay, it wasn't a
Oh,
fight.
look
They just
what-
took them and left. Toronto's
Where'd the
territory.
sun
The one
go?
lane they're winning.
Did anyone know what happened to the sun? Like, I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna get spooky bottom lane.
Uh-oh.
here, man.
Yeah, Dazzle gets taken out. Night Stalker needs the shrine. Night Stalker is getting revenge for that first 5 minutes he spent with no mana.
Yeah. He's like, I don't need
He just
mana
goes-
anymore, dude. I'll
Yeah,
just click
to
you.
smack you around. He
I
actually
would've
went
liked-
2 points into Void, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have liked him to go maybe 2 points ahead of the night because he knows he's not gonna get many attacks off and spin slow top lane.
Oh, that's the combo. Ursa has absolutely no counterplay. He uses Overpower, but he's not going to do anything. Earth Spirit zones
pretty
out the
quick.
Lich. Actually, yeah, he uses a potion, but we don't have any mana left on Juggernaut. Now Ursa actually is safe. Only the Ice Armor, not the Ice Armor spin.
Willow's in a lot of
Dark
trouble
Willow, though, bottom
maybe.
lane in the river, she drops the maze. It manages to hit Dazzle, and everyone backs off. In the meantime, this is now Night Stalker's lane. This was the Toronto was winning bottom lane, but in the nighttime, Santa Cruz can put a lot more pressure onto this lane. Look at Vampire Man just beating up the Anti-Mage.
Yeah. Animage going a little aggressive here, I think. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
be careful.
Very careful.
What I was gonna say with the Night Stalkers, I
Top
would've
lane,
liked him
actually,
to go
Juggernaut's
Clone
in
Blade.
trouble. They're going
He's still
under the
got
tower
spin.
for him.
Yeah,
He
there's
goes
no
for
way they
Healing
get
Ward
this.
instead. Yeah. What were you saying?
I would have liked him to pick up
Mid
a
lane,
Quelling
mid
Blade,
lane,
I
mid
think.
lane. Invis Rune, there's the combo with the Ice Armor. Oh my god, Death Prophet didn't even get to do anything but die.
Good eyes on my co-caster here. Thank you very much. Ooh,
Dude, we're a
free
team.
ward kill top by the Ursa.
Hello.
Are they going on him? No, they're not. Bot lane?
This is action packed, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's just on top of the tower. Well, everyone on Santa Cruz is on top of the enemy tower. Blinking by Anti-Mage, but you're not gonna kill the Night Stalker. Dark Willow's gonna enter the Shadow Realm. She's gonna turn around, send Dazzle to the Shadow Realm. 180 damage. That's his last tango used.
Alright, this is... I'm worrying for this Death Prophet now. You have a level 7 Tiny. He can get pretty close to comboing you full.
And Exorcism doesn't do anything if you just die. That's just
Yeah,
terrible.
I was gonna say, but the big deal is if he decides to start rotating, if he gets like an early blink or something, you can't really do a whole lot. This hero will kill anyone.
Top Shrine being used to refill Juggernaut's mana bar. I like it. Bottom Shrine's been used. We're seeing... So both Shrines have just been used by California, and they're going to make some moves. They're going to take Death Prophet out of the game.
See him, but
Nighttime, there's the stun, follow up by the Void, and they're going to finish off Death Prophet. No, she's barely getting away. Double lifesteal. The Shadow Realm isn't enough, and with the TPs in, Death's Prophet is actually the one on the offensive. Tiny wants to go again. He has his combo. They're going to hit her with the Void, throws the Night Stalker into the Avalanche, and they're going to take her out. Two big
level
boys beating
4
her down.
Avalanche. So
However,
good.
in the meantime, we're getting free farm from Anti-Mage and experience for Dazzle. But in top
oh
lane,
my
Juggernaut's been
God,
able to
is
keep
he
the
gonna
pressure up.
Earth,
No. Oh, he's going.
Earth Spirit's
Not
in a lot of
scared.
trouble.
I think
And
if
he
you're a
already
support,
popped the shrine.
oh no, he's got something
pre
out of
popped.
it.
He got out of it. He's fine.
Is under attack.
Mhm. I think that's fine as the Night Stalker too. You just want to apply pressure during the night.
Yeah.
So Death's Prophet, as you were saying, he's gonna have a hard time. I think, Ricky. I agree with you.
The 3 points of Spirit Siphon is definitely how you needed to play this, right? Like, he needs to have some survivability
yeah.
against this Tiny. And the ganks as well, like, it does keep him alive longer, but Tiny just does so much damage right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tiny has 4 points Avalanche, 2 points Toss. Does Grow not increase Toss damage? No, it doesn't. Okay. I was gonna say because that wasn't the old build. Unless it's on the Toss spell that Grow increases damage.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I think it's been removed from the game.
Wow.
I think it does not do that anymore.
Apparently I suck at this game.
No, Ricky, you're just perfect.
I haven't played Tiny in a long time. But yeah, I guess
So-
that's not the case anymore.
Checking out top lane, when Juggernaut doesn't have a support, it's Ursa's lane.
Yeah, Ursa's fine 1v1ing this.
Oh, and look at that glyph. Make sure the Juggernaut doesn't get a farm wave. Among others. Now
Yeah,
Scan
the
comes out
creeps
from
actually
Dire.
tanked the tower there, so he didn't actually get harassed out.
No, they
bot
know
lane,
they know
though.
her spirits here, so they're gonna try and make a move in other lanes.
Ooh,
And look at
Lord,
that!
gotta
Oh,
be
here we go
careful.
with the Hunter in the night. Oh, Dazzle doesn't even
He's
get the
got his
cast
ult.
off,
He can
then
kill his
gets voided.
anti-mage if he mangos. He won't be able to.
Let's go.
it's like-
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go. Oh,
It silences. I don't know why
Right.
he didn't darkest. Isn't it? No, it's crippling fear. That's the AoE silence. I'm dumb. Ha. As you can see, I haven't seen that hero much since the update.
I think about it, this is the first time I'm going to see him, but we are going to see a fight for the top rune. It gets picked up by Lich, who has the ice armor. Earth Spirit is just going to go ahead and roll to get the second one. Top, bottom lane, Night Stalker grabs both. And we're going to see 2 heroes from Santa Cruz show up to the top lane against an Ursa, but
in
he's
trouble
going to have backup soon. There's a spin. Here's the ice armor. This isn't enough damage. Ursa's going to turn this.
Yeah, there's no mana on
Know.
Juggernaut for the Omni Slash either.
Ursa's just fine. Ursa's getting a little bit scary, actually, for Juggernaut, now that Spin can't just take him out entirely.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
for a lane that I thought was going to be really bad for
Bottom
the
lane,
Ursa,
Death Prophet.
he's actually 3rd on net worth. So
Now, Death Prophet has to make something happen. Kind of push.
This, I think we got to give credit to Red Eyes here. He was 1st on net worth for his team last game. He's 1st on net worth for his team this game. Picks up a Vlad's.
He's
kind of playing a similar role.
He's actually farming just fine. Like, the Tiny's kind of a gimme. Tiny crushed that lane. But he's going to keep it almost even with Juggernaut after that early game. Holy crap. Alright, so there's a slow on Lich. Ice Armor comes out. There's a stun following him up. The Earth Shock missed. Lich is in a great position. Silence comes out. It's not really going to do much. They might be able to get the... Oh, Lich gets taken out, and it doesn't look like Earth...
He's not going to waste Omni. Good play by Iroha.
Yeah, he's not going to get anything there.
No point in using the Omni Slash.
Now, bottom lane, we might have an engagement, but it is not nighttime. No, another Bramble Maze whiffed. Unfortunate. They might have been able to go on Dazzle.
Yeah, I feel like he could have just killed the Dazzle with the Void there. He has 4 points in Void. That is a 335 damage new. Well, half damage.
Yeah,
day, but
still a very high amount. And I think that was the old build before the changes with some Max Void, and I guess it looks like it's still the current build. Night Stalker just letting him burn his mana. There we go. He actually drops the ult. He's flying around. Tiny shows up. Anti-Mage has 1 hit left. The 3-throw kills him. Dazzle has nothing to do with the Grave. And actually, Gaki Love on Dark Will is going to take that kill. By the way, Tiny not only ganked Anti-Mage, he ganked the mid-tower.
Yeah. This Tiny's doing work.
So what do you want? Is there any big pickup you want to see from the supports this game? Here's the Omni. Here's the Omni on Earth Spirit. And the Gaze. The Magnetize goes out. That's a lot of damage and a double slow. Now Ursa's here. He's going to trade. Support for support. Juggernaut's not going to try and fight Ursa, who has all of his spells up. Actually, Ursa's going to go for it, forcing a TP from Gaki Love. Red Eyes is going to keep going. He wants to kill the Juggernaut. Now, the Bedlam comes in, but a Death Prophet does too.
Magnus Carlsen's in a lot of danger right here.
There's some...
He gets healed up.
Yeah.
Dazzle's here.
Alright, there's the extra... Oh my god, Tiny.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Tiny kills his mid opposition, and now they're going to chase the Ursa through the trees. He cuts the tree. They know which way he's going to go. Oldest trick in the book. Just kidding. Ursa's going to get the juke as Tiny. The tree throw's not going to be enough, but
he has a
Tiny
blink
doesn't have
dagger
enough mana.
side shot there, though.
Okay, here we go. But he has no mana. He has to wait for the Soul Ring in 5. Technically, the revealing blink is just a matter of if they catch it or not. They slow him. There's a Shadow Realm saving Dark Willow, and Ursa actually uses ult for that. Potentially a misplay. Blink Dagger comes in. Ursa is taken out. Fantastic job. Great patience from Tiny waiting for the Soul Ring.
Yeah, he's playing this really well. He like you said, it's really just patience there.
Ricky, I gotta call you out, man. You didn't like the Tiny, you didn't like the Ursa, but right now the Tiny and the Ursa are pretty deadly.
I said Tiny wasn't bad. I didn't say Tiny was bad. I think the Ursa's bad, but somehow he's
making it work.
Yeah,
you pointed like Red Eyes has been playing very well. This is definitely a player making a hero. Here, Tiny with the Blink Dagger.
Oh my god!
Remember what happened top? Bye-bye.
You can't show anyone right now. He's got his 4 points in Avalanche and Toss. This is when Tiny's the most deadly in the game.
What do you think the Tiny wants to do right now?
Oh, he's just gonna click people. He's gonna go Echo Saber.
Is he just playing on their side of the river? This is his power spike.
He's gonna be running around ganking heroes for the foreseeable future.
And then he can just make space for Juggy. Oh yes.
Yeah, he's gonna essentially be that space maker until Juggernaut gets his Battle Fury. He's not gonna get an amazing timing here. He went to Phase Boots, single Wraith Band, and he's still got about 2,000 gold to go. So he's a little far behind.
Now, I want to keep our eyes on Night Stalker just a little bit, just since he's such a fun hero. We don't get to see him often. He's going to go straight for the...
again.
Oh no, that's a monster kill.
Yeah, dude.
That's a 10 win streak.
I mean, Earth Spirit in mid. We've seen this before last game when he was on Tusk.
Dude, this Bramble Maze is going to hit one time, and it's going to be deadly.
I
mean, that was a rough Bramble Maze cast, but you got to respect it. He went for it.
Oh yeah. I do have to say, if you think about this Tusk versus Anti-Mage right now, I'm not sorry, not Tusk versus Anti-Mage, the Juggernaut versus Anti-Mage.
Hold on, check out the Ursa top.
He
gets feared.
He gets feared.
He gets feared again. He gets the Rockman. He gets the Omni. He's not taking any damage. The tiny combo is during his Enrage. Urspirit's here with the 4-man Magnetize, but Lich is here with the 2-man Chain Frost, and a very, very nice day.
So Ursa played at least got his ult off before the Omni Slash, but it just didn't matter. There's too many heroes there.
It felt like Toronto actually played that well. They did what they could, but in the end, with 2v4, Santa Cruz rolled over them, just like Tiny just rolled over Death's Prophet in mid lane in about 1 second. I almost blinked and missed that.
Dude, he's double.
Those heroes are both the mid laners.
Yeah, he's double that Heroes Farm, right? Like he's 8,200 net worth versus the almost 5,000 net worth of this Death Prophet.
Hold on, I had to scroll down to find Death Prophet on the net worth chart.
Oh, yikes. Anti-Mage has his Perseverance now, so like he's close to Battle Fury, but not that close. They actually see Red Eyes here.
Yeah, they found him. They silenced him. Hunting in the night. Urspirit's here. He actually misses his spell. Lich, oh my god, Lich goes down before Ursa. Ursa has the Enrage, he's going to try and turn. Now, Bedlam comes out, it's a lot of damage. There is an Anti-Mage ult to try and slow him down, but Ursa's pumping out the damage, and Urspirit's going to actually clean it up. Now there's a 3v1 against Night Stalker. Anti-Mage is burning his mana, but he still has a full mana bar. He can turn around and Void, or is he just going to run away? He's so quick. There is a blink and a roll. Oh my god, Tiny showed up, but he got his combo off before the silence went out, and now Night Stalker pops the Dark Ascension. He's just going to stand on top of this guy and make sure that Tiny can take him out. No, last hit for himself.
That's
what a
pretty
very interesting hero.
I mean, he's great against Ursa. If Ursa actually can't cast his spells, he's really weak. He managed to get the Enrage off, and he didn't go down during the Crippling Fear, so that was really, really lucky from the Ursa there. And he just turns and kills the Lich immediately. It was good heads
Here
up
Ursa
play
goes in again, actually. He wants to get the Night Stalker, but he's standing in the Bedlam. Taking a lot of damage. Now he's silenced up. He no longer has his Enrage. He has Overpower. He's going to get Terrified, and the Shallow Grave is going to get used while Ursa's not fighting. Night Stalker wants to stay around and try and finish the kill, and yes, he gets it, but now he's in trouble. Urspirit shows up. Urspirit gets Chain Frost, but it's not going to bounce to anything. The Magnetize doesn't look like it's going to be enough, so it gets refreshed. Omni Slash is going to kill the Urspirit. Anti-Mage ult is going to kill the Lich. And Night Stalker makes it away just barely from a TP. A lot of strength and a lot of regen, and
look at
a lot of presence of mind.
Tiny
is looking. He's the dude. He's not even. Look. This is the cockiest gank. Do they see him?
No, they have no idea he's there.
They don't. Dude, I love that, man. He just stands there.
He's just waiting for
he's the
anyone
gatekeeper.
to show. I think he was thinking. That was a dumb sentence. He was definitely looking for the Anti-Mage to blink out into the lane and just run back. And so like Benbird really heads up play there and just be like, hey, if he blinks out here, I get the kill. But on the same side, Anti-Mage, too smart. Ice Turtle.
Yeah. Dude.
Look at Z-Low.
That's an experienced Anti-Mage player play, right? Like, just blink through the tree. Why not?
Look at Zoololer down here. No TP on Dazzle.
Oh, no. That's where he lives now. Dude, by the time he gets home, he's not going to have a base left. Like, actually, look at this push. They're not going to stop. It's nighttime. There's some pings coming out. Oh my god, look at Earthspirit and Night Stalker. They don't see each other. How did they? Oh, but Tiny doesn't see him either, and he gets the avalanche onto the Death Prophet. Every time I see Death Prophet, man, it's just her life.
Old flashing before her eyes.
And
Foxy top lane goes down to the Ursa, but
Ursa's keeping them in the game. Night Stalker's here. Puts it on him.
He does.
Wait, is Ursa scared of this?
No, he's fine. Oh, unless you.
Oh my god, the avalanche! Benbird is the king. Ursa's dead. Where's he gonna go?
No, he's dead.
Now does Ursa have a blink? He does.
Look at net worth now.
What hold on, I think mine's sorting by team. Oh no, that's actually just what it looks like.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is really rough.
Look at Anti-Mage right now. Anti-Mage, he's gotta get a blink off, right?
But like, Night Stalker doesn't care. He's just running around the map going for kills. This is entirely what Santa Cruz's draft is built to do, right? They are at their power spike. They just want to run down people.
Yeah. Now, do people go Blink Dagger on Night Stalker to blink on top of people with the aura? Actually, well, he just runs on top of Earth Spirit. He doesn't manage to block the roll, but he's going to keep pursuing. Nope. Oh, he maybe wants to go. He's going to use his ult. Earth Spirit doesn't have a roll. They're going to get on top of him. Bedlam is popped, and the Bramble Maze hits. Earth Spirit gets taken out, and we get an Exorcism from Death Prophet, who once again, his health bar, by the time I even looked at him... Actually, look at this Chain Frost. The Shallow Grave. Oh my god, the Shallow Grave actually did it.
And they smoke up to try and live, but look
Oh
where...
no.
look
Oh no. Bonk.
where
You're
got
done.
into. A flying demon.
I was very hopeful for the Exorcism. I heard it go off. They were behind enemy lines, and then I look at
I mean, he took so much
Death Prophet,
damage
and
from
she's
Willow.
dead. I don't even know what happened. I saw him at 10% life.
Yeah, Willow got like a lot of Bedlam damage on him, plus the Shadow Realm, and then he took a Void to the head, and he's dead.
T2,
Like, Death Prophet's not
gone.
super tanky right now. She needs items.
T2 top, gone. She has Ewells too, and she's building Kaya. I don't know. I think she might have to just to get the value like Cloak.
I think Hood of Defiance would have been
Yeah,
pretty good this game.
I don't think Kaya is going to do anything, honestly.
Your Ursa isn't going Hood, so like yeah, I think if this game, Magnus Carlsen's job is to probably just pick up like a pipe eventually, but definitely a Hood. Like second item would be the way to go.
Two things I want to say about Dazzle's skill build, unless we're about to see a fight here, because Benbird goes in, he catches the Earth Spirit, there's the Grave.
Shallow Grave.
Okay, they have the Bramble Maze, the Bedlam, he's going to try and TP out, he gets taken out. Ursa goes in though, Overpower is out, no Shadow Realm, actually trades for the Dark Willow. Ursa's going to get stunned up, but there's no follow-up on the Ursa, and Benbird is going to walk away. Okay. Check out Dazzle's skill build. Two things I want to point out. You've maxed Shallow Grave. Your support Dazzle, please get that spell. Thank you for doing that. I don't know if you need to max it, but please at least level it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Oh, hold on. We have Lich caught out. Animage is there to support him, and Magnus Carlsen is here. Lich drops the Chain Frost, but a little bit optimistic. It's very hard to actually get a Grave off because everyone's just dying immediately to Ursa. Or not to Ursa, to Tiny.
Yeah. This is such a really good jug game as this goes on too. There's no way to stop spin TP.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean without a basher, right? And so Ursa's going basher, but there's no real way to stop Jug's spin TP. So he can kind of just continuously push this bot lane, and he's going to be so farmed here pretty soon. He's had his Battle Fury for a while. He's got Yasha almost to Manta. Compare that to Anti-Mage, who doesn't even have his Battle Fury
Anti-Mage
yet.
is silenced, and there's a Basher on Night Stalker bottom. Boom, there it is.
I mean, he's just dead.
There it is. That's
Dude, this
so...
Night Stalker has a basher.
I was just gonna say, I was like thinking, I'm like, is that the item build? Look at his HP, Ricky.
It's 100%.
Tell me that's not the item
No,
build.
I know it's the item build. It's like, what is Anti-Mage going to do? Even if you have a Manta, it's like, so what? You're still sitting under a crippling fear. You can't get away.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Night Stalker, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna pick Night Stalker, man.
I think it's really good against Anti-Mage.
Yeah. Was Anti-Mage picked first in the draft?
No.
Oh, okay. Anti-Mage finishes Battle Theory.
Anti-Mage was the last pick, wasn't it?
I think so. Yes, you're correct.
Because we were
So
like...
Battle Theory picked up on AM, Battle Theory, Yasha, Boots, and Diffusal Recipe picked up on Juggernaut.
Dude, how do you stop this?
Actually,
right now?
has Manta. He gets Courier.
You have no Exorcism because it's being used mid right now.
You have almost no Anti-Mage either. Yeah, great catch. Exorcism pop mid. Why wouldn't you push? There's the port in. Exorcism still has a long duration. We're going to see Ursa and Earth Spirit initiate. There's a Chain Frost into the Fear. This is absolutely insane. Look at the synergy. And now Earth Spirit's going to get stunned up by the Curse Crown in a terrible spot. Benbird goes in. He gets the Avalanche. He gets the throw. He hasn't been able to finish anyone, but he's doing a ton of damage. He's opening his team up an opportunity to hit the tower. Now with the Silence Pop, why would Anti-Mage walked up to the Night Stalker? He fell right into his trap, and he went down on the backside. Earth Spirit's out. Now a Yule Scepter is used on Ursa, who lands in a Bramble Maze. He's getting nothing out of his ult, and UCSC is just walking right over Toronto, taking their dinner and eating it in front of them, killing the Ursa, and now they're going to take the racks. They did not lose a single hero.
They're going to take mid racks right now. You have Tiny. You take this stuff so fast.
40?
Yeah, GG's out.
GG's out.
Wow. Yeah, I'm like looking, I was like, you can't actually stop this push anymore. You have no Exorcism.
I blinked and I missed Death Prophet dying. I blinked and I missed that game.
That was
Holy
crazy.
crap. Sexy, slithery, slimy, and successful slugs. 2-0 in the Winter Invitational. These guys are insane. I love them.
Yeah,
and I like Toronto too, but holy crap, Santa Cruz. You guys are savage, vicious.
That was nuts, dude. That was a very entertaining game to watch. Mainly
And look
because
at their
there's heroes that we
heroes.
haven't seen in a while, right? Like we saw.
What do you do? What do you ban against these guys? Dark Willow, Night Stalker, Tiny.
I don't know,
These
man.
guys are crazy.
These guys will play anything. I mean, this is why they went undefeated in their group, right? Like this is clearly a good team. They made some mistakes
they were
in
having
game
fun.
1, right? But they definitely held their composure and they played for the late game. They knew where their power was. And this game, they did something entirely different. They played for a 20-minute.
They killed everybody.
You know.
Yeah, I want to again reiterate the point you made about game 1. I am with you completely. They knew that late game was easily theirs, and they just waited for late game, and they won it. Game 2, no, maybe they had somewhere to be. They just got a lot of kills. 12-0 and 8 Tiny. You know, he's a little bit crazy. I'm happy I got to see an Earth Spirit, but honestly, Ricky, what makes me the most happy, and passing with you is excluded because obviously that's number 1, is the domination from Santa Cruz. Has put a nice grin on my face. I love it.
Dude, they want to win this tournament, man. They really want to win this Winter Invitational. Dude, they're not messing around.
This is what I was saying about why I'm more excited for the semis than the grand finals, is because in the semifinals we're going to get to see all of the cross action from the best teams from every group. Obviously, the finals are going to have the best teams overall, but we're going to get 2 games in our semifinals, man, of the best teams going at it from different groups. It's going to be so excited.
It's going to be hard.
And I actually have Santa Cruz predicted to get to semis for sure. And after this game, I mean,
who knows, man?
Good about that. I'm feeling pretty good about that prediction, Ricky. I'll tell you that much.
I do got to give credit where it's due. Red Eyes crushed this series.
Yeah, you need to apologize to him, Ricky.
I mean, he might be my personal MVP. I think he played phenomenal in both games. And
Ricky, I need you to put Ursa on your profile in Dota as atonement for what you said about the hero in the draft.
I feel bad for flaming an Ursa pick so bad. But
Red Eyes
I'm not that
UFT.
wrong. Like the hero doesn't really offer a whole lot. He's really good at it, and he did what he could this game. But
he played very well.
Yeah, it's still an Ursa at the end of the day.
Exactly, that's what it felt like. It felt like he was like really pushing the hero to the limits, really playing it well, making the right calls. But Santa Cruz rolled them.
Yeah,
they just. Well, I think like I kid you not. At one point, I just thought that the Radiant base was Santa Cruz's base. How easily they just walked in there past all the defenses and all the other heroes.
They're like, "Hey, how'd you guys get in our house?"
Yeah. Oh, whoops, wrong base. Sorry, guys. Well, guess what? This one's ours now.
Yeah.
And that's a 24-minute, 12-second game.
So, real quickly, do you know when are we gonna be back here anytime soon? Do you know?
Oh, baby, we're gonna be back on Wednesday for some more Dota action.
You know it.
And we're just gonna keep coming at you. As long as there's Dota cast, we're gonna cast it.
Dude,
now, Ricky, if I wanted to find you, not on this channel, where could I find you?
I would say you could find me on pretty much any form of social media, as well as here on Twitch at rcryptic. You'll see right here on the screen. But where can they find your beautiful mug, my friend?
You can find me at Twitter at I don't actually remember, Carlolton, CarlolT0N. I forget because it's not my actual name. Twitch, Carlton, CarlT0N, and on Snapchat, CarLolT0N, my friend. And you can find us here on Wednesday at 10 p.m. EST, just like you did tonight, whatever time zone you're in. Same time, same place, same ownage, same pretty faces. Be there or be square.
The only thing that's different is the Dota, but it's just more good Dota. It's just different teams.
Yeah, it's always good Dota. It's just different good Dota.
Mm-hmm. So
Ricky,
we'll be seeing y'all on Wednesday. Not next Wednesday. We'll be seeing you all in 2 days with some more great games, and hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Let's run away and be forever young. We'll catch the sun where there's no need to run. Wherever you go, yeah, you can take me there. Yeah, you can take me there.